God damn.
Goddamn is right, bro. Goddamn is right. Man. Wow. What a day. What a day today is, bro. What a
Hell of it.
day, dude. What a day today is, man. So, wow. Uh m- I, just like a lot of us, was sprung upon us because nobody had any fucking idea. Um well, I feel we all knew a Kendrick album was coming,
Oh
but
yeah, 100%. I
we
didn't think it'd be today.
bro, this man dropped today, and holy shit.
That shit was insane. Ah man, fire. Already fire.
It was, bro. Man, well, I don't wow. I don't even know what to say, bro. I don't even know what to say. So man, just when I thought, bruh, just see, we had an album come out in the beginning of this month, I believe. In the beginning of this month, it was the Tyler the Creator, the Chromacopia album, and I thought that was a banger album. And obviously, I still think it is a banger album. But bro, Kendrick dropped GNX today, and
Man,
man, that shit was pretty tough, bro. That shit was pretty tough, bro. He did tease one of the songs. He did tease one of the songs in the Not Like Us video. It's the song called Squabble Up, and
mhm.
goddamn, that shit bang, bro.
Oh,
That
that
shit,
shit's fire.
that man.
Man,
See, I'm so glad, and with the release of those two albums in the same month, mind you, honestly, bro, outside of the stuff Kendrick did this year, it was a pretty like before those two albums dropped, it was very up in the air on what could have been album of the year. I obviously think it is between those two
oh
personally,
yeah.
but man, just crazy, 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 crazy. Yeah, definitely did not expect that today, and I'm glad that I seen somebody tweet out that there was no they referred to it as no fast food music. And I'm so glad that a lot of people in today's world of hip hop, um, or just music in general, mainly a lot of the rap culture was centered around fast food music for a lot of years. And I'm so glad that we're getting out of that stage and people are gravitating more towards more of my style of music, music that just that means something, bro. It speaks to you. That's more of my style. And yeah, man, it's been fire, bro. It's been fire just this month with those two album drops because yeah, I just really gravitated towards it, and I really enjoyed the album, man. And Kendrick, honestly, bro, Kendrick's never dropped a bad album. So
No.
and no means did I expect it to be bad, but again, bro, another masterpiece by Compton Kenny. So you gotta love it, bro.
Dude, shit was fire, man. Love this goddamn album. Every time I first listen to the album, I always got the ones that stand out to me that I
Yes.
instantly add to the playlist, and then I gotta go back and like slowly add others the more I listen to them. So, can't wait to do that. I already got like four of them in the playlist already, so I can't wait, man. Fucking great fucking album. Great fucking year for Kendrick, man. 2024 is a legendary year for this man. And fucking phenomenal album, dude. I loved it.
Yes, bro. Man, yes. I seen people taking screenshots of his Twitter timeline, and people are already saying this could be the greatest four tweet run we've ever seen.
It might be.
It was it was literally Euphoria, the tweet for Euphoria, the tweet for Meet the Grams, the tweet for Not Like Us, and then the tweet for this album. And
Yeah.
he even had a couple sleepers in there that bro just casually fucking dropped in the middle of the day on Instagram. The one
Oh yeah.
and then One of the real sleepers from the Drake beef, I think is 616 in L.A. I really enjoyed that song as well. I love it. It's not uploaded on anything. I think he dropped it
Uh,
on like I think
but
that was
wasn't that
an
the one you dropped on Instagram or something?
I know he dropped the one with the black Air Forces on Instagram. It was just no
Yeah.
title, bro. Just dropped it. And but 616 in LA, I honestly don't know. I think that one's on Spotify. It's just not on Apple
Yeah.
Music, but I know it's on YouTube. I know it's on
Yeah.
YouTube because I had to put it on my phone from downloading it because I can't get it on Apple Music. Um, but bro, yeah, it's been a crazy year, bro. It's been a crazy year. But yes, the conversation of albums prior to November was very not weak, but it was very up in the air. It was very up in the air on who would possibly take it. Who would possibly take it, bro? But it's 100% between those two albums, bro, because yes, I really shout out to Sir K, bro, because up until a couple of years ago, man, I did not know Tyler the Creator made like meaningful music just off his personality. I thought he was I thought I honestly did not even peep at his music just until I want to say you told me about him maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. You told me that he made meaningful music just because he's so comical. I thought his music would be very comical, and I never listened to him. So shout out to Sir K, bro, because yes,
Was me that told you that?
it was, yeah, it was.
Hmm.
Because we were having a conversation about him one day, and you told me that, and ever since then, listen to Call Me If You Get Lost. I love that album. Chromacopia is probably, I don't know if it's a hot take amongst Tyler fans, but that probably is my favorite album from him.
Hmm.
But Igor is very good. Flower Boy is very good. So I like them all, bro. And same with Kendrick, man. But goddamn, the same month, two legendary fucking albums for this year, and it's been a rough year personally. So these two albums have really helped, man. Really helped. Gave me
Yeah.
um
Gives an escape.
yes, an escape, and you just hear certain perspectives about things that you that might click with you, bro. And in the cases of those two albums, very much so. So I
Oh,
appreciate that,
100%.
and I always appreciate good music. I always appreciate good music, and I always have, and I love it, and I love to see two legendary albums come out in the same month, dude. So amazing.
It really is, man. It really is. Great album. And that shit was insane, dude. That shit was a
Nuts.
phenomenal album.
Fucking nuts, bro. So So, yeah, man. We got a lot of news to talk about here today for you guys, man. Some AEW news, some WWE news. This is the first time in a long time we have quite a couple AEW stories because if you guys know, the past couple weeks, news surrounding AEW has just been not
Nothing.
there. It's just
No.
okay, exactly, man. It's just been very dull for AEW as of late. But we're going to end you guys with the AEW news. We're going to start you guys off with the WWE news. Like I said, we're going to end you guys with the AEW news and the AEW full gear predictions. If you guys are interested, man, check us out tomorrow night after the pay-per-view goes off the air, probably around 3 in the morning, knowing AEW shows. Um, um, but
Okay. I'm
um,
shocked.
yeah, we'll probably be live around 3 or 4 in the morning with the AEW full gear review. But no, as soon as the show goes off the air, we will be live, whatever time Tony Khan decides to call it a quits. For Mr. Pay-per-view, is Mr. Khan. But we will be live for that. We will be live for that as we'll be live this weekend with AEW Full Gear, next weekend with Survivor Series, man. So look out for that. It's going to be a fun time, and it's going to be an interesting review as AEW coming out of most of their shows, whether it's a Dynamite or a pay-per-view. We always have some interesting points to talk about. I also want to prepare you guys because for us that have a ounce of intelligence, for all the people that have an ounce of intelligence in them, tomorrow night is probably going to be the only night in November you like AEW because this has been
Mhm.
a rough fucking month for them.
Dude, it's been a fucking horrid month. Just shit dynamite
Oh,
after fucking generational trash, dude. Back to back to back. It's been insane, man. So I am excited for what's probably going to be a good night of AEW tomorrow, and then come Wednesday, it'll be horrible all over again because we have to watch Chris Jericho versus Ishii, man. So I'm excited. That I'm not excited.
have you heard? Oh, I don't want to start the hate train this early, bro. But have you heard they
Oh,
can't sell over? Have you heard they can't sell over 2,500 in Chicago for Thanksgiving Dynamite?
it's insane, bro. They gotta. Oh man, they got to do a lot of things. So you can't even just say, "Oh, they got to do this." They got to rehaul everything, man. Now,
Yeah.
top to bottom, fucking booking, production, all of it. Everything needs fucking a reset, dude.
Yes. Yeah. At this point, they everything needs to everything just about everything other than the fucking show graphics, because the graphics for the dynamite rebrand they did this year was probably the best fucking thing they did all year.
Oh,
Um
100%. Easily the best thing they did all year.
Everything in that company needs a fucking reset. Booking, mindset,
Mhm.
every production, everything needs a fucking reset, dude.
Literally.
Mindset especially, because oh fuck. Um
Yeah.
Obviously it's we don't really put, unless it's crazy outrageous, we don't really put people doing interviews and what things they said in the news unless it is somewhat newsworthy. But Tony Khan's out here acting on interviews, acting like there's no problem. He's talking about how he's got the best roster, they put on the
Dude,
best shows. Motherfucker. You,
no one's showing up.
yeah.
You ain't putting on the best show. You can't, bro. You can't get 2,500 people in Chicago, bro. Dog, what is wrong with you? Look at the crowd. Look at your numbers. The numbers do matter to an extent.
You're sitting there talking you're sitting there talking about blatantly obvious shit, and beating around the real problem. The real problem. I seen interview this fucking guy's talking about AEW has the best black wrestlers. Yeah, you do. And
You
guess what
don't
and guess what they all have, and guess what they have that everybody else on the roster has in common. Shit creative. That
like,
I mean,
bro. You
how good is
talk
your
about
talent if there's no creative? What are you bragging for?
like what was that shit on Wednesday where with the random dude that was wearing Swerve's jacket that they just sneaked up on? He was just staring at the wall like
It
he
was
was in
fun.
Blair Witch, and then they beat him up.
Why the
Like,
fuck was Javon
what?
Evans wearing Swerve's jacket and on Dynamite? What?
Like, bro, like what was that segment, bro? Like, what are you doing? What was that initial segment where they got out the car and Swerve jumped him and then ran away, bro? What was Dynamite?
First
What
of
did you
all,
do then?
I thought fucking Camille was driving because they almost fucking smacked the shit out of Renee with the car. And then they just Bobby gets out, bro just gets hit in the fucking head with a chain. Then he comes out. Then he comes out, right? He comes out for his match against two jobbers like nothing happened.
Like, and what was the one guy's name was fucking Cheeseburger? What was the other fucking guy's name?
It was like JB Cheeseburger and like Roy something Roy.
Like, dude, you had Bobby Lashley's first match in your company be against a guy named Cheeseburger.
Come on. You couldn't have waited. Like, what was the point of putting him in that match, dude?
Like, dude, just save it for the pay-per-view, bro.
Oh,
What are those tickets are already sold. That's all you're gonna sell. You can't sell more on the fly. So what are you trying to do this shit for, bro? And I don't get it, bro. I don't under fucking stand that Dynamite. I am so happy that we have Full Gear this weekend because that means we don't have to talk about Dynamite on Monday, and it is going to be a glorious episode. It is going to be a joy-filled
yes.
episode. Just not even because WWE's perfect and whatnot. We'll still probably be shitting on stuff they did, but like, bro,
No, dude,
no
we're
AEW, that's
WWE
beautiful.
shills. What are you talking about?
WWE shills, man.
We're Fed shills.
Fed chill. Okay. Okay. That
Yeah,
just
I don't know, man. Again, Tony Khan, he's out here, he's out here bragging and dancing around the fucking problems per usual, man. AEW's the best. We got the best this. We got the best that. We got the best luchadors. We got the best this talent, this talent, that talent. Tony,
use them. We use anybody. Please.
what good is your fucking talent if their fucking creative sucks? I mean, for the love of God, man.
Oh man, you got fucking Adam Cole out there with the worst spray tan I've
Holy
ever seen in my
shit.
life. Like, bro, you gotta. How do you de-swag Adam Cole? How do you do it? Tony Khan did it. He like, how do you do that?
Fucking A. Um, I could. Logan says Swerve is probably the best book guy in AEW.
Yeah,
Personally,
I doubt it.
I would. He's up there. Personally, I would say John Moxley.
Yeah,
I mean, hey, I mean, his competition has been kind of weak, but I think the guy over the course of the whole company who's been booked the best is Mox. I would say Tony
I'd
loves
probably
his
say
John Moxley, which John Moxley is great. But Swerve is definitely up there. Swerve is definitely up
Swerve's
there
up
for
there.
sure. But
They got a top five. I think Mox, Hangman, and Swerve are definitely in there. You probably fit people in the last slot,
yeah,
but they got people that they constantly. Darby, I would say, put in that spot, even though right now they're doing weird shit.
oh,
Overall,
don't
they
even,
booked consistent.
dude. Bro just out here losing, and that's the other thing. Bro's just out here losing to Claudio. Like,
Like,
motherfucker,
bro,
isn't this
build
supposed to be
him
the
up
whole fucking sting of this operation? We've said it multiple times. Darby Allin is supposed to be the sting to take down this operation, and Bro's just getting his fucking ass handed to him by Claudio.
every every week, just getting his ass whooped. Fuck it, like, bro,
What
what are?
the?
Why is he here? Why is he still? Be gone. Take break. Fucking come back when the story needs you. It don't need you right now. What is Tony Khan do? I don't know. Fucking AEW never fails to get a rant out of us.
How did you fuck up Sting 2.0 and Darby Allin when you did phenomenal with Sting? You know how to do it. You clearly know how to do it. Sting had a fucking 4-year run in the company that was goated. Nobody cannot say that isn't the greatest old guy run ever.
Oh yeah, literally exactly, bro. Best old guy run ever, ever.
That shit was
It was
goated.
perfect. It was so perfect. He was protected. He didn't bury nobody. He still looked badass the whole time. He looked even a different level of badass than he used to with a new look. Perfect, perfect down to a fucking T. And for someone who's such a big WCW mark, you're not looking back at what they did with Sting and like their prime with Sting, and you're not doing that with Darby, and you're the biggest WCW mark ever. What do you?
He fucking did
What?
it with Sting himself. How do you not just take that and apply
And do it
that
again.
to what you fucking are doing with Darby Allin?
Like, bro, make him into the.
You
I
would
don't know, man.
never you would never see Sting coming down from the rafters and then get his fucking ass flung through an announce table. What the fuck?
Bro, he came down like Sting and then got his ass beat.
What?
Why would you ever think to do that? What is the thought process behind that? He, uh, he's supposed to. The first time he comes back, it was supposed to be after a while. He does the fucking Sting thing, and he's the first person to successfully fend them off. Boom, there you go, Sting moment. Badass, cool return. No, you had that man come back in the middle of someone else's storyline, do a Sting entrance, and get whooped.
Dog.
Dog,
And he's been getting whooped ever since. What the fuck? I mean, really?
just take the goddamn pen from Tony. Take everything from Tony. Take the company from Tony Khan. You don't need his wallet that bad. These people will survive. get a new fucking benefactor behind this company, man, because God, fuck, they need it.
And all these fucking people, they got a lot of good ones, man, but a lot of these people in the locker room, they say they're here for change and to put on the best wrestling
Yeah.
product, but they sit back happily, collect their paycheck as the show goes on like shit, and they wait till a pay-per-view where they can put on a good pay-per-view and then brag that AEW is the best, even though there was no
Mhm.
interest going into the pay-per-view, and there's no interest and there's no follow-up on the interest coming out of the pay-per-view. The pay-per-view was
Yeah.
good, and that's that, and they live to brag for their good matches, and that's what their business is. Like CM Punk said, that's what their fucking business is predicated upon. Good matches.
Good matches, stroking their egos, and getting Tony Khan checks. That's all they do. They sit on their ass. They go to the pay-per-view, have a good match. The 900 AEW fans on Twitter give them a thumbs up, and that's all they need. They call it a day. They go home and record their vignettes and
And
get paid. That's all they fucking do.
and don't even fucking get me started on Orange Cassidy at the end of the shit, bro. John Moxley is taking over the company.
And you're doing the gimmick kicks, bro.
Holy
Ugh,
shit.
man, like, dude, that was horrendous, dude. That was some of the worst shit I've ever seen, dude. Again, how you and that's the thing. You finally put a notable AEW name against these guys, and you still managed to make them look like shit compared to their fucking competition. Fucking wash that man. They beat the fuck out of that man, and he gave his gimmick kicks back. Dude, just end it. Just end everything. Dude, make it a squash match at this point, please.
They've they they stomped out his best friend's neck, bro, and
Like, bro,
he gimmick kicked him back.
like,
I
bro,
mean,
you
you
got
can't make this shit up, bro. What?
like, bro, if you're Orange Cassidy, you gotta bring out the brass knuckles at that point, and you just gotta start squaring up because they broke your homie's neck. You gotta get it back on somebody in that group. You gotta go break Yuta's neck or something. I don't fucking know. Do something. You do your gimmick kicks back as they're jumping the fuck out of you. That's the one thing you do back. You have the courage to stand up when 4+ guys are jumping you, and you give gimmick kicks. Ugh, good
You
lord.
seriously cannot fucking make AEW Dynamite up at this
You can't.
juncture, bro. You really fucking
It's,
can't. I mean, it's
it's genuinely 2019 Raw levels bad at this
oh
point. It
yes,
just slapped the face. It's embarrassing. It's garbage.
yeah, it is. It is, bro. It is. I mean, I don't I don't know. I seriously don't I seriously don't even know. I don't even know what to say, man. I don't. I see a lot of I do see a lot of people. I do see a lot of people in the community saying that very well could have been AEW's worst go home show ever, and um
Yeah.
it probably was. Granted, the ones I'm probably forgetting about are probably forgotten about for a reason, and they probably
Hmm.
suck too. But I mean, yeah, it was pretty horrible, man. It was and you know it is just, man, their go home shows a couple years ago used to get you so fired up, and they used to leave on
Hmm.
such a high note going into the pay-per-view where you were just begging for more AEW content. And
I'm
now,
begging to never watch on Wednesdays again. I'm begging.
yes,
Like,
yep,
dude, those random nights where they go on Tuesdays are the best weeks, bro. I swear to God, they are.
horrendous. But
Fucked. It's horrible.
anyways, we were supposed to start with WWE, but the train had left the station without us realizing it. But now we're gonna start with WWE. What is going on, everybody?
Mm.
Welcome back to another edition of NHP. Welcome back to another edition of the news, man. This is episode 241 of the news. If this is your first time watching, guys, do not know how the show works. Every Monday, we're on here after Monday Night Raw with Unscripted. Every Friday, we're on here at 4 p.m. Central with the news and For the pay-per-views for both AEW and WWE, we are live directly after the show goes off the air with the official post-show review. And with that, like I said, we will be live tomorrow night with AEW's Full Gear, the official review for that. And if you guys did miss this past Monday's edition of Unscripted, that is episode 222 of Unscripted, our words are not matching actions for War Games, man. We talked about the possibility of Seth Rollins going against everything he said to join Roman Reigns at War Games. We talked about how rushed the OG Bloodline. We talked about how rushed the OG Bloodline story has felt in terms of Roman Reigns needing to be humbled and whatnot. We talked about all that good stuff, everything surrounding War Games. And if you guys did miss that, you guys can find that on all platforms. That is Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. And if you want to see it first, join us right here live every Monday after Monday Night Raw for NHP's Unscripted, man. Also, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official NHP merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top description of this very video, man, where you can get the brand new piece of merchandise to commemorate the rebrand of the podcast with the NHP Next Chapter design that you see on your very screen, man. Also, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at NHP, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How the hell are you, bro?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just been chilling out, man. Just been chilling out. Big weekend finally here, Full Gear. These back-to-back pay-per-view, weekends are finally here with Thanksgiving in the middle. So I'm excited, man. And
In the middle.
I'm doing good, man. It is indeed in the middle. But I'm excited, man. I'm excited. It's gonna be a good, next, 2 weeks essentially, man. So I'm excited. I'm excited for Full Gear, I guess. I'm really excited for Survivor Series, even though they've also had a rocky, rocky time right now, man. But excited for Thanksgiving. Just excited in general, man. I'm doing good. Like Durante always asks, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. Family's good. How's everybody doing? In the live chat. How's anyone doing watching the replay? And what about you, bro? How are you doing?
Doing good, bro. Doing good, man. Doing good. Yeah, just chilling, bro. Just chilling, man. Yesterday I had the ultimate pleasure of getting to watch Ringside Fest 2024. So all the new figure reveals, and I'm still waiting for my ultimate Money in the Bank 2011 Punk to ship out, but they showed the packaging for that, and it's like white, baby blue, and red. It's the Chicago colors, so it's very nice packaging. They also released a lot of cool stuff, man. We got factory images of the Bloodline 2.0, Tama Tonga Loa, Jacob Fatu. We did get the official images of the Ultimate Editions, the Bray Wyatt and the Solo Sikoa, so that was exciting. I see today they just released a ringside exclusive Better Than You Baby 2-pack, which now I don't even fucking know if I want to get. I still might, because it was
It was great at the
it
time.
was an amazing storyline, but I seen it, and it's just one of my favorite stories in AEW, but I just don't know, because the story has been fucking ruined. It's been completely fucking ruined. One of the best storylines in company history that they've ever done is now fucking ruined. Um, so,
Ugh.
they released a lot of cool shit, man. A lot of cool shit. They're giving us a Rhea Ripley from Elimination Chamber. They're giving us a promo Roman Reigns.
Mhm.
Rollins from WrestleMania 40. There is an Ultimate Edition set that I absolutely hate them for, because I want all fucking three of them. It comes with a blue Yeet Jey Uso, a red No Yeet Jimmy, and WrestleMania 40 Drew McIntyre. I'm like, God damn, that fucking Bill, man. He's every year with him and his shit,
Mhm.
him and his heat that he fucking springs upon me that I have to deal with for the next year. Ridiculous, bro. But um lot of cool stuff. A lot of cool stuff from Ringside Fest. A lot of stuff that I'm interested in, WWE wise, and yeah, a lot of cool stuff, bro. So always
Nice.
love that. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
man. Other than that, yeah, nothing too much, bro. Just yeah, got me a listen of the new Kendrick album and good stuff, bro. But as Durante always asks, I'm good. Family's good. What about you, Durante? Logan, Bell, how the hell are you guys doing? And thank you guys for being here as always. Bell says Wagwan.
Hmm.
She also says don't ask, so I won't ask.
I will not ask. I feel like I always hear tweet about K-pop, so that might be that related, but I'm not sure. But there you go.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay. So to start you guys off with the WWE news, like we were originally set out to do, until we got sidetracked about Dynamite because what the fuck was that show? We're going to start you guys off with exactly what you see in the thumbnail, man. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, man, is the OTC going to Netflix. Per WrestleVotes, as of now, the plan is for Roman Reigns to be featured more on Raw than Netflix. Or,
Oh, you
what am I
taste
talking
slang.
about? Bell, what is with you in this UK slang? I'm going to ask. What does that mean? I'm going to look it up in the Urban Dictionary. Just give me a couple seconds here. Okay.
I'm good. You can read off the story.
As of now, the plan is for Roman Reigns to be featured more on Raw than SmackDown. Originally, I said Raw than Netflix, so I apologize. He's planned to be featured more on Raw than SmackDown, at least for the beginning of 2025. Netflix recognizes what Reigns brings to the table in terms of viewership and credibility.
Hmm.
Wow.
That's interesting to see how they're gonna do this. I wonder they're really gonna have to. I'm really gonna wonder what they're gonna do with this draft. How they're gonna organize everybody then.
Sorry, had to remix my beautiful cup here of W Energy. So,
Hmm.
um,
10% off.
yes, code NHP for 10% off. That is correct.
Hmm.
So, yes, this is very interesting. This, personally, leads me to believe that, you know, if they do want to do Roman Reigns and The Rock, you know, I honestly do feel Netflix is going to have a lot of pull in terms of you know, what they want on their show going into WrestleMania. And obviously we brought to you guys 2 weeks ago, they wanted Cody, they wanted Punk, and they wanted Reigns, right? I called it the Netflix Big Three, okay? And that's what they wanted. People in WWE laughed at it. I gave the prediction of I feel they're at least going to give them two of them because they
Mm-hmm.
obviously are going to prioritize Netflix over USA, I feel.
Oh,
And
100.
and it looks like if Punk, you know, now they could very well do a draft and send Cody and Punk to SmackDown, but if Punk does stay on Monday Night Raw, I could very well see them giving them Roman as well as Punk.
I could see it. I could see them keeping Cody on SmackDown. You do Roman Punk on Raw. That could be very interesting, especially with those two on the same brand. We could finally get that fucking matchup. That shit'll be insane. That'll be a crazy
Mm.
thing for people to watch.
So funny enough, our guy. Oh, also forgot to say what's up to my guys in the Replay Mafia, JTJB. How are you guys doing? My guy JT put something in the comments to it was either one of our shorts or the Monday show. He had mentioned CM Punk being the fifth man for Survivor Series. And I thought that was really interesting. So shout out to
Mhm.
JT because I when I originally seen your comment, I said, okay, that might be interesting. But if you think about it, that would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? I mean, especially if they, but the only way that would make sense is if they get Paul Heyman back in the mix either
first, and
before
then
or at Survivor Series.
and Paul's at Survivor Series, and he's like, I got someone. Don't worry. He'll come out, and it's Punk. That could be really good. Plus, that could piss off Seth too to further their future feud. Man, is like, I refuse to work with these guys because of my history, and then you just go up and work with them. Do you know that could be interesting, dude? I like that idea. Genuinely, as long as it's not Seth, I like it.
Yes, because I was just about to say, Rollins, man, Rollins teaming with Roman, man. I mean, after everything he's saying, for him to go and team with Roman Reigns just to get his hands on Bronson Reed, that just doesn't really make much
That's
sense to me.
stupid. No.
Yeah, it really doesn't. It really doesn't make much sense to me at all, man. And honestly, man, I think I think, man, that might be the best course of action, bro, is to have, because Punk teased a little beef with the Bloodline 2.0 earlier in the year on that episode of SmackDown from Chicago. He teased it. There was a little
Mhm.
bit of tease with, him being on the same team, or, being, Heyman's best friend, and Heyman begged Punk to take me with you, and Punk did make fun of, the cosplay Uso, the fake Usos, and the cosplay phony tribal chief, I believe he called Solo Sikoa. It was a great episode of SmackDown, and that was one of the standout moments that, everybody remembers from that episode of SmackDown. So, honestly, bro, yeah, again, man, shout out to JT, bro, because I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think
That's
of
really
of,
interesting.
of CM Punk, because the other concern is Punk in a War Games. He just sold the shit out of Hell in a Cell, talking about how, he didn't know how many Hell in a Cell matches he had left in him. But, I think, that it does make sense because, maybe he might not have another War Games left in him, but it is his best friend Paul Heyman asking him to do it. So obviously
Hmm.
he's gonna go to war for his best friend, as anybody would. So, you know, that honestly makes the most sense to me, as to what they can do, for Punk at the show, man. Because yeah, I mean, again, there is the other idea I had of him. Well, actually, it was Bell's idea, not mine. So, of the idea of him coming out and confronting Gunther after his match is one that I was
I like
behind,
that.
but I like that. But I mean, if you do want to put him in a War Games and have him do it because of Paul Heyman, I think that makes a lot of sense as well. I think that makes a lot of sense, and that could be a way that you go with this whole thing.
It could be. I really like that. I genuinely like those ideas. And again, as long as it's not Seth, I'm down.
Yeah, because seriously, man, Seth does not make sense at all. I mean, this man is standing 10 toes down on Roman Reigns still being a shit person. And even if he does team with him, Seth has literally brought it to the table before, the factor of we cannot work with him to put him back in power. We can't do that. And for
Oh,
if he were to do that, I don't think that would be a good way to go about that at all, man. So yeah, I mean, it just makes sense for Seth's character to, to Roman literally is the reason Seth lost everything. So for him
mhm.
just to team with Roman again, just because
Is
the Bloodline 2.0 cost him a match, and he hates Bronson Reed, I think is a little silly.
Oh yeah, like the value of what happened at Mania with his title is above the value of his feud with Bronson at the end of the day. So, and at the end of the day, Roman cost him that world title, man. So I would hope he's more pissed at Roman.
For sure. For sure, man. Yeah, and you could take a lot of interesting avenues with this, man. I mean, maybe Rollins is softening up to the idea of, maybe he's softening up to the idea of teaming with Roman Reigns, and maybe right as he's on that brink, they're like, "Oh, we got a different guy instead." No, it's all right, Seth. It's okay. And then maybe you go heel with Rollins. Maybe Rollins cost them the War Games match because of he hates CM Punk.
That-
So there's a lot of interesting ways you can go with this. Either that, or he just deals with Punk after the fact, and you keep Rollins as a baby face and have him, just go up against a baby face CM Punk. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes, man. But as for Roman Reigns being on Raw, I wonder if this means the Bloodline comes to Raw as well, because to be 100% honest, bro, that would be something that I would not be against, man. I wanted the Bloodline to move to Raw in the draft.
Oh, I really did personally, and I think that'll be a good change of pace, man. I think Raw has the roster to, you know, hold itself own with the Bloodline there, and it gives SmackDown a chance to, actually use its roster. So I really like
Yes.
that idea, and I hope that happens.
Yeah, for sure. I think I would just really like to. I would really like SmackDown to go back to feeling
The
like,
smaller guys.
yeah, exactly. Guys that wouldn't normally be,
See.
uh, as high on the card.
Mm-hmm.
Basically 20, like if you look at the landscape of 2016 SmackDown, you had like your top guys on that show were the fucking Miz, Dolph Ziggler, Bray Wyatt, Dean Ambrose, AJ Styles, Baron Corbin, and then you did have that one guy on the show that was a huge star and that lifted everybody else around him that he was working with up, and that guy being John Cena. As to where Raw is your
Great
heavy
example.
hitters. Your heavy hitters. The Raw is where you put your Roman Reigns, your CM Punks and those kind of guys. I would like to go back to that format, man, because that's sort of what Raw is. But personally, man, especially with it being on Netflix, I would like Raw to go back to being the flagship show, where SmackDown's sort of just the underground guys, where it's the guys that, like a guy like LA Knight is perfect for SmackDown. He just fits
He
the
really is.
SmackDown vibe of a guy that is just, you know, he's not necessarily your big company guy, your top star, but he's more of like, he has more of like an underground feel, like he's like self-made type thing. and
Mm-hmm.
and I like that, and I love that vibe about SmackDown back in 2016, and I would like to see SmackDown be the place where we see guys like LA Knight, and where we see guys like a Dragonoff, and where we see guys, just guys of that caliber. And then you can throw, a couple top stars on the show like Cody and like Gunther. You could throw those kind of guys on that show to give, the show some of your bigger
Mm-hmm.
company stars. And then Monday Night Raw is your bigger stars, your, Romans,
Your
your,
Roman's Punks.
yes, the Bloodline, Jay, Jimmy, those kind of guys. I would like to see it go back to that vibe. So I'm really messing with this, man, and I wouldn't be opposed to Roman Reigns as well as the whole Bloodline move over to Monday Night Raw as a whole. So yeah.
Personally, man, I would not be opposed, and I really like that idea, and I hope the organization of the draft is much better this year.
Yeah, because Triple H, man, he has not been good whatsoever
No,
with the
draft.
drafts. I've also heard a rumor, not confirmed, so take it with a grain of salt, but I heard a rumor that Trick is expected to go to Raw. So,
I can see it. He was literally like multiple times in the Raw Netflix ad, so
mhm,
I feel like he'll be up there pretty soon.
100%. And he's another guy, right? Like a young guy who is, he's a blue chipper, right? A huge prospect. You put those kind of guys on Monday Night Raw, and then you put your guys that are kind of coming up on the underground on SmackDown, like a Carmelo Hayes, right? Carmelo Hayes
Hmm.
doesn't necessarily get the attention that Braun Breaker does, but you fucking better believe he's tearing it up on SmackDown. I like that vibe. I like that
Oh
vibe a
yeah,
lot. And same thing with Dragonoff too. So yeah. Um Yeah, man. So I would like to see it, and I would really like. I would actually not mind if Roman, as well as the whole bloodline, moved over to Monday Night Raw. And like I said, we got more of a huge star vibe with Monday Night Raw and an underground vibe with SmackDown.
Exactly. Definitely. 100%.
So that is that. And speaking of Raw on Netflix, um, according to PW Insider, they claim that Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes are not leaving SmackDown to join the Raw brand. WWE is going to do everything they can to get eyeballs on the first Raw in the Netflix era and make it as important as possible. That's why they are advertised for the January 26th show. So, obviously, here, WrestleVotes, PW Insider, both some of the best out there. And here you see them kind of stepping on each other's toes with, you know,
Well,
uh,
the vibe I get from everything is, yeah, they're not going to instantly be like officially put on the shows for a weekly basis, but they're going to be on that first episode, and it'll basically be a tease for, in the draft they'll go to that show.
yeah, that could very well be the case. That could very well be the case. But obviously, on one hand, you have WrestleVotes saying that Roman Reigns could be featured more on Raw than on SmackDown, and then PW Insider saying that they are basically just going to be on the first episode, which honestly, um if I had a prediction, I feel PW Insider is probably a little wrong here because almost every WrestleMania season Roman Reigns pops up on Raw a lot. So,
Yeah, he's like that's kind of the whole point of it. That's probably genuinely one of the main reasons they put Jey Uso on Ross to separate them, is to have an excuse for him to be on both shows sometimes.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure, bro. So, yeah, man. I mean, I could very well. I could see both being a possibility, man. But overall, I don't think Cody's leaving SmackDown, especially with how
No,
now they got the thing set in place where champions cannot move in the draft. So we obviously know Cody's staying, unless they change it, which they very well could. But I don't think they will. But
no.
I feel Cody will stay on SmackDown and obviously Cody's gonna show up on the January 6th um Raw, and I do see him showing up on more Raws depending on what he's doing at WrestleMania, especially if it is with The Rock or anything like that. Obviously, I think he's gonna be on there, but I don't see Cody leaving. I don't see Cody leaving SmackDown, but honestly, bro, if I'm giving my prediction here, bro, I wouldn't rule out Roman Reigns moving to Raw.
No, I really wouldn't. I think it's a very high possibility.
So yeah, man, that is the news surrounding two of the names that Netflix had wanted and what is going on with them and their position and what brand they will be on, bro. So um speaking of Netflix, Netflix confirms what will be available to international markets when WWE moves to the platform in 2025. So, weekly episodes of Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, and NXT will be available on Netflix. It doesn't specify whether it's live or whether they're going to be available like the next day, but you guys are going to
Like,
get them nonetheless.
I feel like it'll be like a next day or a few day type thing.
hmm Yeah. Unless you guys don't really have any other way of watching it, so it very well could be
True.
live. Um, all WWE pay-per-views such as WrestleMania and Royal Rumble. So you guys are going to be getting all the pay-per-views or the PLEs. Um and select programming and historic pay-per-views from the archive. So you guys are basically going to be getting Peacock. Probably
Essentially.
minus a couple stuff because the network just shut down for them. So it looks like internationally, man, at least from what this sounds like, it's basically going to be everything.
No, that's good. That's good to see, man. And apparently, due to Bell, it is live. That's
Mhm.
good, man. That's good. very curious to see how that's gonna go because I was seeing, that, Jake Paul and Tyson fight about like people talking about, the Netflix stability. And that was just to me a test to see how it's gonna do and what they need to fix. So I feel like it'll be good by the time they go to Netflix.
Definitely. Definitely, man. So, yeah, and I think it will. And obviously, I feel a lot of people, aren't really taking into consideration the fact of like the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight. A lot more people are watch that fight than that are going to be watching Monday Night Raw every week. In
Mhm.
in my
Exactly.
opinion, so it was probably just too much people, and Netflix probably never really seen numbers like that for something that they've done live. So it was probably just a hiccup, uh, you know, um, server wise on their end, which obviously sucks, but I'm sure they're gonna get better. And yeah, Monday Night Raw isn't necessarily gonna be, um, Monday Night Raw is not gonna be viewed by 60 to 70 million people every week, and
Oh no.
yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I could. They're gonna pull in better numbers than what's
What they're
they're.
doing now.
Yes, they're gonna pull on. They're gonna pull in a lot better numbers, and they're probably gonna gain a lot of lapsed fans back, and they might even gain a lot of new fans, bro. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be a lot more. But obviously, it's not gonna be 60 to 70 million people. So,
Oh,
yeah. But so yeah, that is the news regarding what the international folks will be getting on Netflix. And speaking of the international folks, man, the WWE network, it is announced the WWE network will officially be shut down on January 1st,
yeah.
um 2025. The WWE network will no longer be available in your area after January 1st. I'm assuming this was some sort of email sent to people in the
Subscribers.
UK or international. Um,
Mm.
Netflix will be the new exclusive home of WWE. Netflix still brings electrifying content to to all at one place, including weekly shows, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, premium live events, many of WWE's top moments, along with historic premium live events and select programming, will be available on Netflix beginning January 1st. The premiere live episode of Monday Night Raw on Netflix will be airing on January 6th. It will feature some of the biggest names in WWE, in addition to many other superstars such as guests, including Travis Scott. If you are already a Netflix subscriber, you're all set. If you are not a Netflix subscriber, you will need to subscribe, so don't miss a moment. We cannot wait for you to experience WWE on Netflix this January. Sincerely, the WWE Network support. So,
Hey.
the network is going away. I'm sure you guys are going to miss it. I fucking miss the network.
Oh
And,
fuck.
uh,
Peacock is just. Oh, I don't love it, man. The network was goated. I'm so jealous you guys still had the network, but now nobody gonna get it, man. It truly is rest in peace from the network, man. Goddamn.
100%, man, 100%. So, yeah, the WWE network is shutting down for everybody international. So it really really sucks for you guys, man, and again, like I said, us here in the states miss the network. You know, Peacock has gotten better, but it's still it's still sometimes yeah, just their buffering issues just still are a problem, man. So but overall, man, I really feel that at the end of all this, I think WWE is going to move over to Netflix for a huge
For
deal.
everything, I
For
think.
Yep, definitely. So yep, that is the news on the WWE network shutting down. And uh speaking of Raw on Netflix, one last story about Raw on Netflix, man. There has been this image going around, which is leading many people to believe this is the new Raw logo for Netflix, which we've seen a lot of logos that people think are going to be the Raw logo on Netflix. We've seen quite a few up until this point, man. But this is the latest one because I
There was
thought
like a
we
clean one, and then there was like a fan mock-up one with like the steel in it,
yeah.
and then I think there's this one now.
So this is what people think could be the new Raw logo coming in Netflix, man. There's been this image floating around. Raw premiering on Netflix January 26th, 2025. Uh
Monday Night Raw.
why what is with these logos, bro? Why do we have Smack Sound and Baw?
Dude, who is making these things, bro? Like, it's not that hard to make sure a letter looks like a certain letter. Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't know why they do this to us. I don't know why they do this to us, but yes, it looks very much like it's Baw, and I don't know, man. This logo, I don't mind some boldness, man, but this one looks a little too stubby for my liking.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't love the font of everything. I don't love like the curve in the middle. I just and I don't care for it, man. I really don't. I really like that one fan mock-up that had like the steel behind, the raw, letters. I really like that one. But this one is just I would have took that one clean one that everyone thought it was going to be for a while over this, to be honest, because
Yeah.
this is not for me, man. I can't imagine that on like the apron and then on the Tron. I just can't.
Yeah, yeah, same. Yeah, like I said, man. I think again, I don't mind. I don't mind a bold font, bro. But like, this seems a little too just chubby. It seems a little too chubby for my liking, man. So, yeah. But
Yeah.
this is the new Monday Night Raw logo, and it remains to be seen what exactly the logo will for sure be come Raw on Netflix because WWE hasn't officially put out ads themselves, but there has been this image floating around, man, and it's interesting to see, bro. But yes, this looks to be the new ball logo. As yeah, that is that, man. Which
Um,
like yeah, I don't know, man. Not really for me to be honest.
no, personally, I don't care for it. The Smack Sound logo, I think is fine overall because I think it looks good, on the apron and whatnot. I do like the colors of that one a lot.
Yeah,
Even this one, the red is really like white. I don't love that, man. I really don't love that.
definitely, definitely, man. Well, it seems that seems AEW's added something to the 0 hour for Full Gear.
My
Let's
my
see.
God,
Let's see how star-studded this is.
swear to God, if it's some bullshit.
AEW has added uh, Deonna Purrazzo takes on Anna Jay in a grudge match.
How is that a grudge match? They never interacted before.
How
What?
the fuck is that a grudge match? What?
I thought you were about to read off Britt Baker. 'Cause I was like, okay, that's lame. I don't want to see that, but oh well. But Anna, what? At
The ri-
least,
the rivalry
God,
between these two stars reached a boiling point last week.
man,
I thought Anna Jay was feuding with Mariah May.
yeah, or like for Cameron or something, or like I don't know. I didn't think she, dude.
Dog.
I
What?
I don't know, dude.
Well,
And then,
Sir K, hold on, man. There's more layers to the story. Pump your
oh,
brakes, okay?
oh
It
God,
reached a
no.
boiling point last week. Purrazzo,
Hmm.
alongside Taya Valkyrie, offered her services to Anna Jay. What the hell does that mean? They offered her
Hmm.
services to Anna Jay ahead of her match against Mariah May. Jay was not interested and rejected the offer, igniting a feud that will culminate in Newark's Prudential Center on November the 23rd.
Not a feud, that's a program. That's how you set up a fucking match for the next week's episode of television. It's not a feud.
And that
Dude,
would
these
be
people,
something good to put on Dynamite because it would actually fucking get those two featured on Dynamite.
like, bro, that's how you fucking build a TV match. That's not a pay-per-view feud. That's not even a TV feud. That's a TV program. That's how you set up on just a match for next week. That's how you do a proper, interesting setup for a match next week. But that's a whole feud. It's a grudge match. A grudge match. That's a grudge match to Tony Khan. Holy fuck. That is just. And then, did you see the next day after Dynamite, on Thursday, they just announced fucking Takeshita versus Ricochet? Why did you not fucking announce that on your weekly episode of television? Why didn't
Dude,
you?
well, here's the thing about that, man. Ricochet wants to carry the company. And he's not even on the fucking pay-per-view. He's not even on the fucking pay-per-view until Thursday afternoon. And they don't you think you could have built that on Dynamite?
Like, bro, they were all there. They were all at the episode.
They were in a
shouldn't have
fucking all-star fucking 8-man circle jerk on fucking
Yep.
Wednesday. Like,
I don't know, build the company around. Man, dude, I'm sorry. Ricochet.
They can build
I
the
hate.
company on him, man. Come
I
on.
don't think. I wouldn't build my indie around Ricochet at the end of the day. And that's just.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't mean that to disrespect the guy, but like, come on, bro.
he's a
He
great
don't.
performer, but build the company around? Let's pump the
He
brakes
don't
there.
got all that. Again, he's interesting in the ring, and that's about it, man. Not a great look, not a great far from a great talker, man. And he doesn't have it, dude. Again, I wouldn't even build an indie around him. To be honest, I'd rather. I I, I wouldn't. He's just he has. You know what? He believes in himself, and I'll give him that. I'll give him a nice pat on the back. You believe in yourself. Good job, man. Now go out there and please come back because goddamn.
Good God, bro. And AEW is coining this a November to remember.
It's a November to remember for all
For
the
all
wrong.
the yes, it's definitely a November to remember, bro. And it's gonna be a November that I wish I fucking forgot, but I'm gonna remember it as going down and being one of the fucking worst things AEW's ever done in company history. Was the month of November.
Good Lord. Oh, gee, Bell. Thank God, man. It makes me hate Dynamite next week, but at least, for the love of God, that is not on the pay-per-view because
Could
holy
you?
fuck, what was that segment, bro?
Yeah. So to give the audio listeners context, bro, Bell says, "Thank God Jericho and ECE is not on the paper, dude. If they made us pay $50 to
Oh,
watch
yeah.
Jericho run around with ECE, oh my God, I think I would have probably blew my fucking head off.
Oh,
Because
dude.
I am dreading. I want you to know, just because of that match alone, I am fucking
Dreading
dreading
Dynamite.
Dynamite on
Um,
Wednesday, and the only thing I'm looking forward to is the Chicago crowd, all 928 of them, to boo the fuck out of everything that this company has to offer at this point, bro. Because holy shit,
I literally better hear CM Punk the whole night. That's all I
yes,
want. That's all I want from Dynamite. I just want to hear CM Punk chanted. Like, dude, that was what? Why didn't they have that man walking behind him like he's Michael fucking Myers
what
for
was
like
that?
10 minutes? Legendary garbage, dude. Phenomenal garbage.
God, that was so ass, bro. That was so
Uh,
fucking ass. So yes, anyways. Okay, calling the
oh,
train back to the station here, bro. We'll get to Dynamite in a minute.
man,
Logan
bro.
Paul. Logan Paul. Here he is. According to WrestleVotes, WWE has interest in doing something with Logan Paul and Mike Tyson. Uh,
I'm okay.
yeah. I could see them doing it. You know, I could see them doing it just because of the name value behind both guys, and I know I understand there was a bit of tension at the fight where Mike called out Logan or something, and I could very well see them doing that. But another thing I'm okay on is according to WrestleVotes Radio, WWE has notable interest in having Jake Paul appear on a pay-per-view in 2025. Minor talks have transpired between indirect parties, but nothing in official capacity. You know, we've seen Jake before, and I know a lot of people, hate the Paul brothers. I honestly don't hate them.
No,
I mean, they do what they do. It's not necessarily my avenue of interest. But I don't hate um Jake, and I actually like Logan for the most part. Um, I think it doesn't need to be said again, but I do think Logan is probably the best celebrity wrestler we've ever seen, and I like Logan.
okay.
I do. I wish he was more available. And I wish that I wish he was around more. But overall, I like Logan. I think he does good work. And I think he's a heat magnet, and I do think Jake is a heat magnet as well. But the one time that we've seen Jake, in WWE, I think personally he enjoys doing his boxing thing more. I think he's more
I
passionate
think
for
so.
that, because the one time we seen him in WWE, it wasn't good. He didn't look good. He
No,
didn't, he didn't throw a good punch, which um, you know, throwing a good punch in WWE versus boxing is very different. You know what I mean? And
mm,
he didn't look good. Okay, he didn't look good on a
no,
WWE camera. And again, this isn't even coming from a place where I hate Jake Paul, because I don't hate the Paul brothers. I know a lot of people hate these guys just because of their own reasons. I don't hate them at all. I don't. I respect what they've done in their fields, but at the end of the day, man, Jake didn't look good, and I think he's a lot more passionate for his boxing thing. So I want to. And Logan, and Logan draws a good amount of heat just being Logan.
by
I don't think
himself.
he needs Jake there.
No, I really don't think he does. I think Jake would be really unnecessary, and I just don't care to see him on WWE television. I don't think he would add anything genuinely intriguing. So I would say no to that. And with Tyson too, I really don't care to see all that, man. I would rather just see Logan chop it up with actual guys in the back, and think that's a better dynamic for him to go with.
Yeah, I mean Tyson worked on WWE television, when
He was actually.
around the era where he was the baddest man on the planet. He was fucking Mike
Mhm.
Tyson. Now, I mean you watch the guy fighting, and he's fucking walking around with his bare ass out, and he's in the ring. And he's just shell of his former self, bro. So, and that's what they did on AEW with Tyson too, is they brought him on there, and they try to act like, and he's Mike Tyson. I'm sure he's still very dangerous, but I mean, it's old Mike Tyson, bro. I mean, it's just leave the poor guy alone. He doesn't need to be
Literally.
walking
I don't think
around.
I.
Yes, he doesn't need to be, he doesn't need to be walking around WWE programming with his fucking bare ass out as well. So, we don't need that. And I don't think we need it, but will they do it? Probably so.
Oh, 100%. They'll probably do it, and I just don't care to see it.
For sure. For sure, man. Well, jumping over to another um young, fresh, hot, super hot um WWE talent, and hot in the terms of momentum. Just set the record straight there. Braun Breaker. Um according to WrestleVotes, according to a source within WWE Creative, the plan for Braun Breaker going forward is for Breaker to remain neutral as far as heel and babyface tendencies.
Hmm. I like it. I like that idea. I think it's okay for more people to be, that neutral in the middle section. Not everyone has to be clear cut this or that. So I like it. I'm down for it for a while.
Yeah, and truth be told, I think Braun is the kind of guy where I think Braun is the kind of guy, man, where you can have him tread that line because of his aura mixed with how much people fuck with Braun. Like
Yeah.
his aura is, I mean, it's his nickname. It's badass. It's
It
not
was.
just a nickname. He's a badass. He is. He's a badass guy, so he's a guy you don't want to fuck with, but if you do fuck with him, he'll kill you. But he is very likable in the terms of he does show respect to people, similar, to what he did with Jey Uso. He came out the one week, he shook his hand, and I took that as Braun was turning babyface. I didn't like that. The next week he comes out, he spears Jey Uso, and I like that they kept that aspect about him where he is respectful. He looked Jey in his eyes, he admitted he was the better man, and next week he came out and he set out to kill the fucking guy because he wanted his title back. I like that a lot. And I like that they're keeping the aspect of I'll show respect and I'll be the better man when I have to be the better man, but when it's time, he's a killer. And I like that, and I think that's one of the better things he has going for him, man. So, and to me, Braun is one of my favorite up and coming guys, and in terms of the way the company looks at things, he's probably the best up and coming guys that they have right now. And don't say Jacob, because I think Jacob's gonna really shine once he either becomes the leader or steps out of the bloodline. But in terms of the guy singles wise that they're pushing hard right now, Braun is the guy.
Oh, I will 100%. And like you said, when not Solo, when Jacob finally goes solo, or he's a leader, whatever, that'll be his time to shine. But right now, you got Braun, and I like that direction for Braun. Keep him a badass guy that he knows he's badass, and he knows the fans know that they love that he's badass, and I think that could all work very well together. I like the vibe he has, and I think you can keep it for a while.
Definitely. Definitely, man. So yeah, I like that, man. And man, well, on topic but off topic, if you had a top three of guys, of future guys in the company, your personal favorites, who are you throwing out there?
Mm. It's tough, man. It's tough.
Mm,
I think
he said,
Jacob definitely got to be in there. Fuck you. Jacob definitely got to be in there. Feel like, damn. Feel like the ones off the top of my head I want to say are Dragonoff, Braun, and Jacob, but there could be people you could switch out in there that I'm not thinking of in the moment, man. But those are probably the ones just straight I could just think of off the top of my head.
Yes. Well, it's funny you say that, but fuck you, because that was my list. But I respect that list, obviously, because those are those. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Braun, Jacob, and Dragonov for sure. And I just really hope, God, I really hope they make him a demon when he comes back, because yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
Dragonov sitting on the bench did not sit well with me, bro, at all.
No.
Um,
Happy ass Dragonoff was not the moves.
yeah, okay, yeah. Anti Braun Ricochet's friend Dragonov was not it, man. If you're
Mm.
Ricochet's friend, I mean, oh God, I don't even know what that begins to say about you.
I really don't. That's just a recipe for disaster, man. I guess
Yeah,
I don't think anyone wants to be not from here and out of this world.
oh yeah, out
Got to
of this
point to the
world.
rafters, like he's looking at Sting or something.
Well, Bell, I said if Jacob becomes whatever they decide to do with Jacob, once he steps out into his singles
Mhm.
role, he's
It's
obviously
gonna be
going
over.
to wreck shit, bro.
Oh,
But yeah, whether it
man.
is a singles role or whether you know they do have him take the throne from whoever, Jacob is that dude, and for how young he is, man, being 32, yeah, I mean WWE is gonna have that guy for the next 20 fucking years, and he's going to be a world champion, bro. So you
Oh,
better
yeah.
believe it, and if you don't want to believe it, you better force yourself to, because it's gonna happen.
Mhm.
um So, the last bit, yes, the last bit of WWE news here today, the women's mid card division. Actually, no, the second to last. The
Yeah.
second to last WWE story. My bad. According to Fightful, this actually could be according to me, because I said it on Monday. According to Fightful, women's talent from Raw are not included in the Women's United States Championship tournament. The, haven't been told why or if there is a women's intercontinental. Oh, golly. Okay, I'm just gonna start over. Women's talent from Raw are not included in the Women's U.S. Championship tournament. We have not been told why, or if there is a Women's IC title coming for them.
Mm.
There obviously,
It's gonna be
obviously is,
one.
dude. With them having Dakota Kai talk about how she sets out to become a champion, and then another random vignette for Lyra Valkyria. You know, the Lyra one was one thing, but Dakota Kai specifically saying she's going to show people that she is going to become a champion. I think that seals the deal right there, because she's obviously not going after the women's championship, because
No.
what who, on what planet would anybody want to see Liv Morgan versus Dakota Kai right now, for the
No,
women's
not
title?
the
So
knee is gone, so definitely, man, I like that idea. Not I like that idea, what am I talking about? I definitely have, the obvious feeling that they're still gonna introduce that women's IC, especially with the women's US being exclusive to SmackDown, like, completely. It's pretty obvious what they're building up here, man, and in that promo also that Dakota Kai said, you would have think she would have said, the women's world title. She just said she's going to be a champion. So there's only two types of women's championships. She could technically go for the women's and tag, and it's not going to be the tag. So I think it's obvious what they're pointing to.
yeah. And Liv Morgan and Dakota Kai on paper sounds like a great match, but who in their right mind
Like,
is I mean, that is just it's not going to happen. On paper it could be
no,
a great match, but
no,
absolutely nobody is looking towards Dakota Kai to be the one to dethrone Liv Morgan for the women's world title.
no, never. I'm
So,
sorry.
there's only one woman, bro, and it's Rhea Ripley. It is inevitable.
Obvious.
Um Once she gets rid of Camille, she's going to she's going to be right there at Liv Morgan, bro. So
Ugh.
oh god, don't even fucking
Don't,
get me
don't,
started.
I don't want to be real this train again, man, but holy fuck, why did Tony
Worst
contact that woman?
worst heater ever.
Like, if I was Camille, I would be fuming about my situation right now. I'd probably pull a Pac.
Well,
Genuinely, I'd just walk out.
well, there's Camille on Wednesdays, and then there's Camille Gonzalez on Mondays. So,
Hmm. One,
we get two
both
in one
are
week.
fucking A, man. Like, gotta love the current state, man. God
Yeah.
damn.
Jacob Fatu who? I'm looking for Camille to be my heater, okay?
Oh no. Ugh.
Fuck. Okay, speaking of more women's division news as well as WWE ID. According to multiple sources, I was seeing that WWE has a lot of people ID'd, a lot of huge people, and there was one story that said there's one in particular that's a huge name that stands out above all else, and they are just waiting to announce them. We all obviously know that's gonna be Zilla.
Mhm.
But dude, what the fuck are
Dog.
you IDing people for, bro? Especially some of these men. Get these fucking guys signed. We're
It's
really about to go into an NXT show that has fucking Trick Williams versus Ridge Holland in the main
like,
event of
bro,
the show.
I do not care to see Nick Holland anywhere in a world title, anything. I don't care. Sorry, I like Trick, but at this point, I
Love
want Trick
Trick.
to go up,
Yes.
and I want NXT to have new people, ID or IE, the ID people. Get these people in, bro. Just get them in NXT already.
Good lord. Yeah. Let me see some cold brew cappuccino Jones on the
And
fucking
need it.
show. Give me what is um I don't know. Good lord. I don't even know who what was the other I don't fucking know.
Forgot him.
Um you guys sign some of these guys because what the fuck are you waiting for, man? That NXT men's division is weak as fuck.
Super fucking weak, dude.
How the hell did we go from having Braun Breaker, Dragunov, and Carmelo Hayes in these main events to Ridge Holland?
Man,
Ugh, rough.
fuck.
Well, speaking of WWE ID, they have ID'd one of my favorite women on the independent scene, Mrs. Smiley Kylie Ray.
Eh,
Dude, another one. Why the fuck are you IDing her, bro? Just sign her.
Literally, just fucking you don't even put her on the main roster already. Like, dude, this Kylie Ray we're talking about here.
Yes.
This is one of the best names that are on the Indies, dude. This is who AEW should have built their women's division around, and they didn't. For various reasons that we are unaware of, but that
Yes,
like dog, this is someone you build a division around.
she was the woman that would we wouldn't have had to deal with Britt Baker if Kylie Ray was around, because Kylie was supposed to be the set face of the women's division in AEW before she left.
Yeah, it would have been perfect. It would have been so perfect. And then whatever happened, and you now WWE has the opportunity to use her. Dude, put her on the main roster already. I don't care.
Man, yeah, she's another one, bro. Sign her, please.
Please
Please
sign her.
sign Kylie Ray, man. And yeah, again, man, and same thing with these men. And two, a lot of these guys that have had contracts coming up, how you don't look at NXT and see that wide open, I have no idea. I have
I don't get it.
absolutely no idea.
You have the perfect opportunity to go there and be a big name in NXT and build yourself up, dude,
Yep.
instead of just having an occasional match in promo.
How the hell you are Daniel Garcia and are not looking at NXT being wide fucking open? Or we just talked about it with Speedball. How
Mm,
how how you are looking at that and don't see that division as wide open? I don't understand. I don't
no,
understand. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, bro. That don't make much sense to me. But um, and again, some the dudes especially, bro. I don't know how you're not signing some of these people, especially like Zilla. Why are you even IDing him? We know where he's going. We know he's
we
WWE
know.
bound. Just sign him at this
We
point.
know this shit, bro. So like, let's just fucking do it. Let's get it down, man. Dude. NXT would have been crazy if some of these people didn't fucking re-sign with AEW and just go there, man.
Yeah.
Imagine if Ricky Stark's contract was up, they didn't extend his time,
Yep.
man.
He's another one, bro.
NXT really be popping.
This guy's getting announced. This guy Ricky Starks, bro. He's getting announced for Indies in January. Are you fucking serious? Do not tell me they did not extend his deal. Do not tell me.
Like,
Because he's had a couple lengthy injuries. They 1000%. I can't wait for the dirt sheets to fucking report it. If they ever do. But I have a strange feeling they Ray Phoenix this man.
Well, they
Which
100% did.
that is
Oh, yeah.
Bell's cue for the hashtags. Hashtag free
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix, hashtag free Ricky. And you might as
Please.
well throw in the honorary free Wardlow, just because.
Literally. The
Um,
contract's not up, but for the love of God, free that man.
yeah. Oh, fucking ridiculous. But Kylie Ray is ID'd, and I'm happy she's on WWE's radar, and I hope to see her signed very, very soon.
I really hope so.
Because I, just like a lot of people, was very upset to see her AEW run end as soon as it did, because she she very well unofficially was the face of that division, and she was the face of that division, man, and it just obviously things happened and she wasn't able to, rightfully be the face of the division because of whatever happened. But it sucks. It sucks for her, man. But I'm happy to see. I think it all worked out in the end, especially if she does end up going to WWE, man, and I'm very, very excited for her.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. I hope all goes well, dude.
So, AEW, man. AEW. Well, before we get talking about the AEW news, man, let's go ahead and put you guys on to some energy drinks, man, because you guys might need it, man. W Energy, the official sponsor of NHP, man. W Energy is an energy drink loaded with vitamins and nootropics formulated to improve focus without the jitters. W Energy, man, it is a clean formula, sugar-free, zero-calorie, free from fillers and artificial colorings with 150 milligrams per serving, man. You get your W Energy products today with the link below in our bio and code NHP at checkout to save yourselves 10%. I got some W in my cup today. I am drinking. Grab the thing. I am drinking Big Energy Tears, as we are about to be drinking the tears of all the AEW fans because I feel a rant coming. It is a blend of the finest blue raspberries, man. So,
I
pretty
also
banger.
have that on deck. I can't wait to try it.
Very good, man. Very good.
That's good.
Very good.
That's
Obviously,
good.
Monday, I tried the Push and Punch, the fruit punch and lemon lime.
Mhm.
This one was very good. It was very good. Fruit punch with a little sour taste to it. I fucked
Real
with it a
good.
lot. And I
Mm-hmm.
still have yet to try, but I will be trying the Calio cream, the mango orange cream flavored. So I'm very excited for this one as well. And I believe you said this one was your favorite, right?
That one's probably my favorite. I really liked it. I bought a tub of it. That's how good it is, man. And I think we're definitely gonna need it for tomorrow, man, because we're probably gonna have to stay up till like 2 in the morning for full gear, man. So definitely perfect time to have Dubby.
Definitely, man. So shout out to them, man, the official sponsor of NHP. So shout out to Dubby, and like I said, man, if you guys trying to save yourselves that 10%, man, head over to the website and use our discount code. So AEW. Well, now that we talked about W, man, we got a little bit of energy in our system to carry us through talking about AEW. Or to fuel the rants. Very well. Very,
Yeah,
very well so.
probably gonna happen.
Um Tony Storm. Tony Storm says she is leaving professional wrestling with SB Nation in an interview with SB Nation. She says, I've failed at everything. I've lost in AEW, I lost in Japan, I lost in Mexico. This is the last time you'll hear from me again. Enjoy Mariah May as your champion. You can enjoy that. AEW is just fine without me. Everything is going well for AEW. They don't need Tony Storm. Oh boy, do they need you as much as they've ever had, as much as they've
Oh,
ever needed you.
yeah. They fucking need a lot of things, and you are included in that. People are like actually like replying to this and posting it like if it was a genuine retirement thing,
It is real,
even though
man.
it's literally just the most obvious
I'm coming
story.
back soon. Yeah.
Like, dude, it's like literally for full year. It's gonna be a whole celebration with,
Yep.
Mariah. Obviously, Tony Storm's probably gonna crash that shit.
Yeah.
Like, come on, people. People are really reacting like this is like some legit retirement thing. It's the most obvious fucking story play in the world.
It
And I'm
is, man.
excited because I want her back already.
It is, man. She's done.
She's done.
Everyone's sad. Everyone's sad on social media. But dude, as soon as they announced the Mariah May celebration, and then this is the exact opposite of a retirement. This was letting us know I'm coming back soon, and good Lord Almighty, does fucking AEW need me?
Because maybe you'll actually put some focus back on the women's division, man. Because Mariah May won, and Tony Khan doing what Tony Khan does, dropped the fucking ball. I never used her for
Yep,
anything meaningful again, man. So
yep.
hopefully this can be something meaningful for everybody in that women's division.
I hope so. I miss her back. I really miss her back. I
Mm-hmm.
I've been on record multiple times saying Tony Storm is the best women's wrestler on the planet right now. Um, and holy fuck, do I miss timeless Tony Storm, bro?
I do.
God, I miss
Oh,
Tony
yeah,
Storm.
I
Um,
really do.
but yes, I was very happy to see this because again, I took this announcement as I'm coming back soon. Um,
Mm.
so yeah. Um, well, speaking of somebody that we thought was coming in, um, Speedball Mike Bailey. Well, according to Fightful Select, Speedball Mike Bailey's TNA deal runs through the end of the year. The end of this year. He has finished up with the company. He's already said his goodbyes, and he was expected to debut in the Continental Classic. However, he is able to talk to other companies, and he is expected to head to AEW in January, which obviously means he would not be able to do the Continental Classic. So we all again thought he was coming in for the Continental Classic, but he still is coming in, just not as soon as we thought, which sucks because I think the C2 would have been great for him
Better.
to
Mm-hmm.
debut in, especially if he is one of these guys that relies on work rate.
Mm-hmm.
If he is one of these guys that relies on work rate, that is one thing that does scare me for him. But it also is something that could have played to his benefit in the Continental Classic. So the fact that he's not able to do that anymore sucks, but we are going to see him in AEW. We are going to see him in AEW. Looks in January, man. And, if there is any time to rethink his decision, I definitely would, man. Because
Oh yeah.
but yeah, man. But it looks like he is going to be headed to AEW, and I truly, truly wish him the best. But I also truly am very scared.
Oh, I'm 100% scared for him. I hope the best for him. I hope all goes well. If going to AEW, that seems like his plan. So, hope all goes well, and I hope they fucking use the guy, man. But I genuinely doubt it.
Yep. Speaking of somebody who isn't coming back, Danhausen.
Just
So,
can the guy.
according to Fightful Select, Danhausen's AEW contract runs into the summer of 2025. There are no creative plans in order for him right now, despite Bryan Danielson pitching ideas for Danhausen that fell on deaf ears.
Wow.
Also, according to Fightful, sources claim AEW and Danhausen have not been in contact for over 6 months. Aside from indie date approvals, Danhausen was set to return from injury a year ago, but expressed frustration to Tony Khan when plans for his return changed. There were pitches to bring Danhausen back earlier this year, but nothing materialized. Though he remained willing to return to AEW. AEW was of the belief that Danhausen wanted to prioritize indie bookings over wrestling on Collision on Saturdays. On the other side of things, it was said that he indicated to AEW that there were family-related reasons that caused adjustments to his availability. AEW seen him doing indie dates before that period and believed he did not want to work Collision. Do you
No,
fucking blame him?
I wouldn't want to order Collision myself, even though he we're not gonna work with him because he don't want to work Collision. But then he's asking about dates. You have Brian Danielson asking about him, and they just say no. It's like, bro, what are you doing here, dude? If the influence of Brian Danielson still doesn't get you booked, that's insane. That's insane levels of I don't give a fuck or hatred, whatever it is from Tony Khan. I mean, obviously, we all know the deep reason. He's friends with CM Punk.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
genuinely probably the main reason why he's not used, which is such a wild thing, bro.
Which I see a lot of people trying to say, well, that's not the reason. Look at everybody who's friends with CM Punk. Realistically,
Ricky.
other than fucking Darby Allin, I think that Darby's probably the only one that is booked good that is CM Punk's friend, which uh yeah, I mean he
Yep,
yeah, I
that's
mean
literally it, bro.
look at just about everybody who was friends with Punk. Even Britt Baker, who was friends with Punk, at least we believe to be friends with CM Punk. Adam Cole is one of CM Punk's friends. He's also friends with the Elite, but he is friends with CM Punk. Look at what the fuck he's doing. But then if you look at the ones that really stick out like a sore thumb, House of Black, obviously, FTR, Jamie Hayter is somebody, as well as I think the one that jumps off the page for everybody, Ricky fucking Starks. And now
Ricky,
Danhausen.
like that's the thing. I don't even like Danhausen. I
Me
didn't care
neither.
for his act. I didn't care for it. But at the end of the day, it's so fucked up to not use the guy solely because he was friends with CM Punk and supported CM Punk, dude. Dog, that's not how you run things. Dude, you can't go no contact with an employee for 6 goddamn months,
This is
bro.
what they
That's
did.
it.
This is exactly what they did with Punk when he got hurt.
Yeah, they just don't talk to you. How do you do that as a company? You shouldn't like
No
have
professionalism.
no professionalism whatsoever. That is an insane. That should get your contract cleared completely. Go a company going no contact with you. That should be a reason for your contract to just expire because that's insane. I'm waiting for the day that someone sues this company. That one of these guys sue this company for the
Well,
way they treat people
well, you might get your
because
wish because Kevin Kelly and the Tate
they did.
twins are they've officially went to court. So
I hope they fucking win, bro,
me
because
too.
all this shit is bullshit. Because the way they do contracts, and the way they talk to their people it's horrid. It's horrible fucking work, dude. You can't. That's not how you treat employees. That's not how you treat your workers. That's not how you treat. That's not how a business treats people. That's insane move right there. That again, I don't even care to see Danhausen on TV, but it's just a fact of that's not how you treat an employee. That's insane. That's horrible work, man. And I they're lucky he's professional. You because he could be on Twitter right now ranting every week,
Yep.
fucking basically sneak dissing AEW in tweets like some people do, and he's not. He's dead silent, doing the little dates he does, advertising. And they're still selling his shirts, and I think they're still selling like crazy. So you know what? Good for him, man. He's making his shirt money. He's doing the indies he can and want to do, man. And I hope all goes well for him because
Yeah.
that's an insane way to treat somebody.
And it's an insane way to treat a lot of people that were just friends with somebody.
It's, that's literally the whole. They were friends with somebody that left the company.
I mean, who
That's
does
it.
that sound like, bro?
That's fucking super Vince shit.
Like, what? How again? How the fuck are, I mean, n- not speaking to somebody for 6
Dude,
months because,
no contact is crazy.
and you're changing plans for his return. You don't think that's going to upset him, and you want him to work this fucking show that
He's
nobody
the one.
watches and nobody cares about. So what if he doesn't want to waste his fucking time? And again, why would he show any loyalty to you when you've shown no loyalty to him? I
Exactly.
know the guy can wrestle. Has he wrestled one bit on AEW? No. He's a
No,
fucking jobber.
they made him a jobber when he seemed like a fine wrestler. I don't get it. And why would he try for you guys when he's seen people like Ricky Starks who tried and tried and tried and never got anything back. Just got fucking shafted. He's one of these people that are completely shafted. They Ray Phoenix the guy. He did so much for the company and they Ray Phoenixed him.
Yeah.
That's insane fucking work, man. And all these people that are getting shafted they're all just friends with people who aren't in the company anymore. That's the sole reason. That's insane work, dude.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, bro. Yeah, I mean it is ridiculous, man, but literally, dude, everybody that has publicly stated that they fuck with CM Punk has been
Or
ousted.
yeah, they get blacklisted essentially from the company they literally still work for.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane, dude.
Yep. 1000%. 1000%. And I also want to reiterate too, a lot of FTR's doing comes from Dax's doing. Um
Literally, yeah.
but again, I mean, even these guys, they're fucking stuck on Collision. They're
Yeah.
stuck on Collision. They're stuck on Collision or bad creative.
Yep. That's all it's either random nothingness on Dynamite or just straight up Collision, which again, nobody cares about Collision, bro. I hate to break it to all the fucking diehard
Yes.
AEW fans. Collision doesn't count. It is pointless. It's nothing. It's a
Oh
nothing
yeah.
show. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And there's facts. Trust me, we're about to get to them, but bro, but
There's literal
again,
numbers.
again, and take this from somebody who isn't a fan of Danhausen, bro. I'm
Yeah.
not. But at the end of
Oh,
the
no.
day, I can still fucking recognize when I can still sit here and recognize when somebody is just it's being treated
Mistreated.
wrong for
That's not,
all the wrong reasons.
dude. I wouldn't even treat Ricochet like that. Like,
I
come on,
wouldn't,
bro.
and he's out of this world.
He's out of the world, man. He's not from here, dude. Come on.
Yeah, but his contract is almost up. I really hope they don't add any time to it, dude, because again, this guy is probably more fulfilled doing his indie dates
Yeah.
than and clearly he is. He's more fulfilled doing his indie dates than being signed to the number 2 wrestling company in the world. What the fuck does that tell you? I mean, come
It's
on. Let him go. Let these
sleep.
fucking guys go. Again, if you do not want to be here, then get the fuck out.
Literally, bro. Just let them go.
Because at the end of the day, dude, Tony Khan uses who he wants to.
And that's it.
So,
He chooses
Tony,
who he's a fan of, and that's it.
yes, if you don't want to use these guys, let them go. Yet again, this is a second fucking time we're hearing, and probably more that I forgot about, but this is the second time we're hearing about this company putting somebody on ice and just not just going cold turkey, just not speaking to them for no reason, because you switch his plans and he wants to be protective of his character and protective of what he's doing. Again, who does that sound like? Sounds like Vince.
Sounds exactly like Vince, dude. But again, the man books exactly like Vince McMahon. Exactly to a T.
And it is ridiculous that these people who came out and publicly supported their friend as anybody would, they are essentially blacklisted from creative, but still
That's
paid.
insane.
Why are you paying people you don't like, Tony? Why are you
I
paying
don't,
people you don't fuck with? Let them
I
go.
don't understand that, dude. I really don't.
I don't really fuck with this guy. Let me just pay him. That makes sense. That makes a lot of
That's
sense.
insane. That's insane, dude.
I don't really fuck with this guy because I'm a brat and I'm a fucking baby and I want to book hologram and not fuck with CM Punk anymore. I'm gonna just pay him.
I'm gonna
Nice.
just pay him still. Ah,
Nice. Don't you think you could be putting your money elsewhere like a fucking creative team? Because Lord knows you need it.
literally, they really fucking need it.
Danhausen didn't want to work Collision. Neither do I. And
I don't know
neither
why.
do neither does anybody else, because the only people that want to work Collision is probably about all 1,000 tickets sold for the December 7th taping. So, AEW Collision tapings have been canceled.
Ugh.
Earlier
Dog, just
today. Oh, yeah. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
no, no. Read the story first, man,
Okay,
please.
okay. Earlier today, news broke AEW's planned taping for Columbus Collision at the nationwide arena on December 7th is suddenly off the schedule, with the arena announcing the show had been canceled. As it turns out, the show itself hadn't had so much been canceled, as AEW has decided to move to a smaller, potentially more intriguing venue. In a press release revealed shortly after Nationwide Arena's announcement, AEW revealed that their Collision taping on December 7th is still on and will take place in Columbus. The show will now emulate out of the Great Columbus Convention Center as a part of the GalaxyCon Columbus Convention.
Oh my god. We have to
Uh,
go to a
take
con.
taking place that weekend. Those who've purchased tickets for Collision in the Nationwide Arena have had their money refunded, while tickets for the new venue will go on sale via AEW and GalaxyCon. GalaxyCon Columbus GalaxyCon Columbus was already set to have a it was already set to have a bit of was already set to have a bit of wrestling presence, reaching the agreement with AEW amongst the wrestling legends scheduled to appear at the convention. That weekend were WWE Hall of Famers Mick Foley, Arn Anderson, Trish Stratus, Lita, as well as wrestling legends Lex Luger, the Steiners. Two notable AEW names were also set for the convention, including LFI manager Jake Roberts and the GOAT, the icon Sting, who remains associated with the promotion even following his retirement this past year with March. This past March following his retirement. AEW Collision at GalaxyCon Columbus marks the second unique location AEW has had for their Saturday show this year, following their residency in Arlington, Texas Esports Arena in July and August. It may also be excuse me. It may also be the first of two smaller venues the promotion runs in December, as reports suggest Collision will be held in the Hammerstein Ballroom later that month, a day after ROH Final Battle is expected to take place in that said venue. Shout out to Bill, because yes, good things will happen on December 7th, as
Damn right.
your girl's got a birthday coming up. And
Yeet.
man, so
Fucking hell, man. Dude,
oh,
they have to
oh,
sell. Oh, yep.
wait. I got another interesting side note regarding this.
Oh god.
The numbers as to why they had to cancel the show.
Oh no.
Are you ready?
I'm very excited.
So the what was, let me see. Uh,
Collision Columbus or Columbus Collision.
what the hell happened to my article? Okay, here we go. I don't know why I went to a. What in the world? Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay, so the nationwide arena seats 15,000 people.
Oh no.
The reason this was canceled is because they sold for that collision taping 1,030 tickets. 1,030 tickets.
Like, bro, you guys think it's a joke when I always say, oh yeah, all 2,000 AEW fans on Twitter that are left. Dude, that's real. That's like that's literally their fan base at this point is like 2,000 people. It's insane.
1,030 tickets.
15,000. Why would you go to a 15,000 seat arena? You know damn well you ain't selling that shit. You know damn fucking well you ain't selling nearly. Dude, I don't think they sold 1% of it. Like, dog, what are you doing over there, man? It's insane moving, man. Dude, I'm telling them, fucking move. You gotta rearrange everything, obviously, in AEW, man. Collision, it needs to be moved to Thursday nights, Thursday or Fridays, probably Thursdays, I would say. And dude, make it live and put it in small arenas until you could build yourself back up to actual arenas because holy fuck, that's just sad. That's the saddest shit in the world, dude.
1,030 tickets. Which now you have to move whatever you were doing to a convention
A
to get people to
convention.
pop out.
A convention. You have to have it at a convention to get people to go. That's just, that's really bad, dude.
GalaxyCon.
Yeah, like, what even is that?
You
Like,
you actively had a venue in Arlington, Texas that worked and it was actually good for
a
Collision.
good product.
Though I praised it. I always said,
Yeah,
okay, this gives me Full Sail University. Like, get your hardcore fans, all thousand of
one
them,
place.
in a small arena, just like NXT did, because it worked for NXT and it could have worked for Collision. What do? They drop that and go back to 15,000 seat arenas? Why would you do that when you seen the smaller Full Sail type venue worked? Why would
And
you
then they
do that?
just, oh man, we gotta jump to a 15,000 seat arena. Like, dog, what? What do you think you're doing, bro? It ain't fucking 2021. You ain't selling that shit out. It's fucking, dude, it's about to be 2025, and you're still going to these big ass arenas when you haven't sold one for like 2 years. Homie,
Bro,
what are you doing here?
where is the business strategy here? Look at the
Like,
fucking numbers. Don't they call Tony Stat Boy Khan? I mean,
he's,
uh,
yeah,
look at the
they used
stats.
to. They used to when his fucking stats were good. Now every week they're dog shit and fucking all this shit doesn't matter. The numbers don't matter anymore. When
Yeah.
they had great numbers, they didn't shut up about the numbers, but now that the numbers are bad, they don't care about it. Always gonna do that type of shit, man. But dude, that is the saddest shit ever. You have to go to GalaxyCon to sell some tickets. Dog. Just can the show at this point, dude. Just can it. Just can everything. Can Tony Khan. Fucking A.
I mean, dude, you're going to Hammerstein Ballroom later this month or later next month rather. Why the hell didn't I mean, don't you get the hint? Go to venues like that. Why would you ever bring Collision back on the road? Or just film
Like,
it
bro,
after Dynamite? It's so fucking meaningless at this point.
fuck yeah, dude. Fucking Rampage an extra 3 hours, bro. Let's get it.
Well, I'm moving with the idea that Rampage is going to be canceled at the end of the year. At least that's what we
It is.
heard. But at
That's
this
yeah.
fucking point, Just
You
do
might as
that.
well. You genuinely might as well do that, man, because I heard they're like the roster was complaining that they had to like the ones that work both shows,
Yeah.
they were complaining that they have to work twice a week. Man, dude,
Oh
dude,
God.
you gotta work twice a week, man. Dude, I'm sorry. I know you guys got the toughest lives, man. Those 20 con checks just aren't cutting it for what you guys are doing. But man, the fuck up, dude. You guys are some fucking babies. Go to fucking work, dude. Please go to work and stop fucking complaining.
Some of
20,
them don't
dude.
want to work 1 day a week,
You
which I
don't want to work.
mean, you got like a travel day in there. But at the end of the day, I mean, at the end of the day, even if you take into account your travel days, you're still showing up to your actual job and doing nothing. What are
Yeah,
these
like
guys are filming vignettes, coming out to cut a promo. Orange Cassidy flew out to work to fucking do his kicks to John Moxley, who's taking over the company. Oh God.
oh man, what a fucking task, dude. You get duct taped, you do your gimmick kicks, and that's it, man. What a fucking dude. I'm hard at work, bro. Like, bro, you guys are literally the easiest job in the business, bro. You guys are the easiest company to work for because y'all don't do nothing. Y'all sit on your ass and don't do fuck all, and you're complaining that you gotta work. Bro, just dude, they need that Vince firing, bro. If I was them, bro, I'd Vince McMahon him, dude. I'd fire the fuck out of him and let him learn that hard lesson, bro. Because a lot of these people got their fucking egos way too high for what they are and who they are. Fucking
100%.
humble these people.
100%. And it's like, and I mean, bro, you look at fucking like a guy like, you look at a guy like Will Osprey. He never complains.
No,
He's mentioned, I grind hard, after the whole Triple H stuff came out. He had mentioned like, yo, don't tell me I don't grind. Like I fucking fly here every fucking week from the UK. It's a fucking 13-hour flight or whatever it is,
yeah,
who is
oh, right, that was
complaining?
yeah.
Oh,
You gotta fly from Florida to Tennessee. Oh man. Oh fuck. Dude, I'm sorry. Like what?
I mean, yeah, and I mean, half of the people go to AEW because of that schedule. Like, dude, Triple H is absolutely right. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
Triple H is absolutely right to fucking say. Now, I mean, some people that might have their families or whatever, but I mean, dude, if you're a young guy in the business and you're not going to WWE because of the rigorous schedule, first of all, it's
Yeah,
not even as bad as it used to be, but I mean, sure, their schedule might be, a little more demanding because they're more of a publicly traded company. But I mean, at the end of the day, how low is your passion? You
yeah.
don't.
You ain't gonna be it if you ain't willing to put that work in, bruh. Consistency. There's no consistency if you don't fucking show up every week, if you're not doing anything every week. And not say you gotta do it every week, but you know what I mean. These motherfuckers are gone for 3 months recording vignettes and they're complaining. Like, bro, they need to be humbled severely, dude. Severely.
Oh God, I gotta work 2 times a week at my dream job and walk through an airport. I mean, I'm sure it
Oh,
gets frustrating, but I'm sure that kind of stuff gets frustrating. But I mean, you're complaining about working twice a week, man. I mean, the AEW, you're complaining about the AEW schedule. That's the easy schedule, may I
the
add.
dream. That's the reason people sign with the AEWs for that schedule, and you're complaining about it? That's insane, bro.
I don't
Like,
get it, man.
like, like Bell says in the comments, work that fucking Mania schedule. Or work that Cody Rhodes Mania schedule, dude.
Yep,
Work
dude was
that.
on everything. Raw,
Dude,
SmackDown,
oh,
appearances,
mm-hmm.
WWE World, fucking
Oh,
yeah,
bro, every
Fanatics
fucking
Fest.
interview, everything, exactly. Dude was fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
Dude probably didn't go home for fucking 3 weeks at a time. And yeah, obviously it's Cody. He's Mr. Boy Scout, so he's not gonna complain. But still, I'd rather have Mr. Boy Scout than Mr. Complain all the time. Cause holy fuck,
How the fuck are you complaining about the AEW schedule? That is
that's
just, that
insane.
is crazy. That is wild ass work, bro. It really
They
is.
need humble, dude. They gotta be humbled.
Yes, they do. I mean, man, yeah, I mean, even even to talk more about Cody, he was he was talking about how he felt bad doing some media because he didn't want to come off like not interested, but it was just he was so tired
Yeah,
because because he uh and he the only thing Cody Rhodes complained about was feeling tired. Which, like,
yeah,
bro, if that doesn't
obviously
say
it
your
would be that.
passion, your passion is up, this man hated being tired. Which I get it. I
Oh,
fucking hate being
everyone,
fucking tired, because like
yeah, when you're tired, it sucks, dude. But like, oh man, my schedule was so tough, man. This got like, bro, what?
exactly, and that's the thing. Like for some of the older guys in AEW that got families and stuff, like I get it, but like, bro, some of
Yeah,
these younger guys complaining about working a schedule, like again,
that's
Cody
the
Rhodes
point.
complained about being tired. That was the complained about um the only thing he complained about was the fact that he was mad at himself for feeling tired because he wanted to do more. But you have to fit sleep in, unfortunately. I
Bad,
know
like,
I hate that. Like I hate it myself, bro, so I get it. But like
bro, you guys are complaining about the dream schedule that people have. That older guys in the business used to dream that they could have. You have that at a younger age, and you're complaining still. Fire
come
him,
on,
dude.
man.
I don't care, bro. I'm gonna fire him.
Come on. Kenny said it himself, bro. Kenny
I
said it
wouldn't have.
himself. He wouldn't have hired 90% of them.
I wouldn't have. I genuinely wouldn't have, dude.
Man, I mean, yeah, it's ridiculous, bro. It is fucking ridiculous. Again, this man Cody Rhodes was, he felt bad because he didn't want to seem like like he was, just just drained, because
Mm-hmm.
he didn't want to seem drained, but it was just because he was doing media all day and this man still wanted to do more. And these guys are complaining about the AEW schedule, so they want to film AEW, or they want to film Collision on Thursday so they can have an easier. I mean, what the fuck, man? Get
That's
your passion
insane.
up or get the fuck out of my company. That's what I'm saying if I'm Tony Khan. Tony Khan needs to get his fucking passion up himself, but still,
Oh
you get the
fuck it.
point.
Yeah, I would. Oh yeah, dude. I genuinely tell him that if you don't want to do it, all right, goodbye. Go work somewhere else.
Ridiculous, bro. Fucking ridiculous. So that's that, man, and it looks like AEW is going to go back. It looks like AEW is going to go back to holding AEW and Dynamite, or AEW Dynamite and Collision tapings in smaller venues. So it's something we've been
Mm-hmm.
asking for, and I think at this point, dude, if you give AEW that smaller feel, it's gonna make the show less meme worthy, which is a good thing because the memes about their show are fucking tarps and how they cover half of the fucking arena. So I think that'll be good for them. Obviously it'll look less big time, but if you can get a smaller, louder, compact venue, that's the way to go, man, because I mean it's
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous at this point.
Oh, it's a horrible look, dude. You're selling 1,000 tickets in a 15,000 seat arena. That's a horrible look, dude. I'm sorry. No one wants to visually watch a show like that.
Yeah. Yeah. You're absolutely right, Bill. You're absolutely right. Roman Reigns worked harder than half of these guys in
I know.
AEW. If you're complaining about that, and like Bell says, at least Roman Reigns, you know, put that work in. It
Mhm.
might have been when he was a babyface and when nobody could stand him. And I know we all want to see him now more because he's the tribal chief. But at the end of the day, he put his
He was
time
still
in, bro.
grinding. Exactly. He was still there every fucking week, dude, grinding his ass off.
Yep.
He sucked, but he was still there doing his job, man.
Trying his best with what
He
Vince
was
gave
right.
him, but
Vince was fucking screwing that man all fucking sideways. This shit was bro was getting cooked by John Cena for like 15 minutes straight,
oh,
but fuck, he was there every week. You gotta respect
obliterated.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'll never forget that. Cena obliterated that man at that time, but nonetheless, he was putting that work in, bro.
Yeah, he was. He was. Yeah, it might have sucked, but he was putting the fucking work in. Or even in the beginning stages of the tribal chief, he was fucking there every
Yeah,
week.
he's there every fucking week, dude. It's like, what are you guys doing, bro? You're complaining about working the dream schedule. Like, bro, what?
Yeah. AEW put out a tweet yesterday. New York City, celebrate the holidays with AEW at the iconic Hammerstein Ballroom, Manhattan Center, with an epic double feature. AEW Collision on Saturday, Dynamite on Sunday. Pre-sale tickets on sale now. AEW is going to the Hammerstein Ballroom a day after ROH does it. First of all, the Hammerstein Ballroom is such an iconic venue. Why the fuck are you doing a Ring of Honor pay-per-view there? Second off, the Hammerstein Ballroom, one of the best live atmospheres you could have, you decide to do a taped Dynamite there instead of a live one. Are you fucking serious?
They just, I don't even fucking comment. I will, but like, what do you, what are you
What?
thinking, dude? How do you do that? How do you come to these conclusions, man? I don't get it.
Let's do Hammerstein Ballroom and have it be a taped episode of AEW Dynamite, unless Dynamite's going to air on Sunday that week, because I believe that Wednesday might fall on Christmas. So,
Am I?
yeah,
They
when
might do
Christmas
that.
Day is Wednesday. That's your best case scenario, because if they put out a taped episode of Dynamite from the Hammerstein Ballroom, one of the most iconic venues in wrestling history, why the fuck didn't you just do the live New Year's Dynamite there?
Like, why? I
What
don't,
the
I don't get it.
And I mean, regardless on if it's live or not, it's my man's birthday that day. So I probably won't be catching Dynamite live there anyways. I'll probably have to catch it afterwards, which why didn't you just do the New Year's or an episode in January or one of the episodes building up to Revolution live from the Hammerstein Ballroom? If that's taped, that's a huge miss. Huge
That's a,
fucking miss.
that's a horrible miss, dude. Again, plus, why would you air a tape show on Christmas? You're just
Yes.
asking to get 100,000 viewers, bro.
Oh, they're
You really,
begging for it.
they're big. I hope they do it because I want to see that number. Because holy fuck, I won't be watching. I'll be home at Christmas. I ain't watching no tape Dynamite. What the fuck? What do I
Yep.
look like? Dude, if they tape it on that Sunday, we might as well talk about it on that Monday's unscripted because we'll know what's gonna happen. We might as well. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what is the point of doing anything, bro?
That means we'll get two Dynamites like 4 days apart, 4 or 5 days apart. Sounds like a
Insane.
fucking blast.
Ugh.
So, speak of the devil, AEW pay-per-views. I don't know, maybe a good place to have the Hammerstein Ballroom host.
No,
But
they won't.
what do I know? AEW Revolution will take place March 9th, 2025 at the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles, California. So it will be taking place at Staples Center, and I hope that they are able to sell a good number on the show, and have
Mhm.
a nice crowd for themselves. But again, going back to the Hammerstein Ballroom, why didn't you do a AEW pay-per-view there? Why are you doing Final Battle there? Who fucking cares about fucking Ring of Honor?
Bro, Ring of Honor is dead and buried. Don't go with AEW, dude. You need the hype for your show. Do that. God, I don't get it, dude. I don't understand.
Yep. Small, nice, hardcore venue like that for an AEW pay-per-view would have been fucking phenomenal.
Revolution there would be so like perfect, dude. It'd be such a vibe. It'd be great. But
Yeah.
no, let's just go sell out half of a normal arena and call it a day, dude. I don't fucking understand.
Well, they're going to Staples Center, Crypto.com Arena, and it's a good venue. It's a good venue. Los Angeles is a big market, so at this point, bro, for pay-per-views, these are the only kind of places I'm bringing AEW if I'm Tony Khan. So smart move on him for bringing it to an actual big venue and not, Baltimore, Maryland, where they're going to sell, probably like 3,000 tickets for a pay per view. So we'll see what kind of number they do, and hopefully it's good, bro. So, um, yeah, that's that, man.
I hope all goes well. I love the idea of them going there. I just wish they, did it better, man. But I like, Revolution's always a good show, man. So I hope it all goes well, man. But fucking hey, they could have done it so much cooler.
They absolutely could have, man. Moving on to Full Gear. Before we get on to the announcement that is for the end of the show, just so we could leave the show on a good note, let's not completely end with Full Gear, even though we are. The predictions. That is all the news, obviously, like I said, here today for you guys, man. That is everything we got. As for the AEW Full Gear predictions, the first match, the second match announced for we don't have a picture for it, but Deonna Purrazzo versus Anna Jay in a grudge match. Man, who do you think's winning that one?
I don't. Um, Deanna Purrazzo, I guess. I mean,
Wow.
I guess. I don't know. I don't care.
I'm surprised, man. This is a grudge match, man. This has been a hot feud. I'm surprised you're not
Don't
into
have
it.
to. Britt Baker. No one cares.
Yeah. Speaking of what we do care about, for one man and one man only, on the 0 hour, Big Boob AJ and Big Justice versus QT Marshall. Now, nobody on this screen we care about.
No.
Okay,
No.
nobody on this little match screen here we care about. We don't care about Big Boom AJ. We don't care about Big Justice. We don't care about QT Marshall. We care about the man ringing the bell, because AEW has announced, they have confirmed, the man to ring the bell will be the Rizzler.
Let's get it, bro. I'm genuinely the worst part is it's one of the things I'm most excited for Full Gear is just to see that fucking kid in all his fucking hilarious glory and call it a day.
The Rizzler is the GOAT, and he's going to be on fucking Full Gear. That was my favorite part. I reiterate, that was my fucking favorite part about Dynamite, was the
That was
announcement of the Rizzler.
literally it's Julia Hart in the Rizzler.
Yes. Come on, bro.
Dear God, bro, but I can't wait, man. Fucking, we're gonna have a fucking Shawn Michaels ring the bell moment, man, and it's gonna be beautiful, dude. It's
Yep.
gonna be beautiful. I don't care who wins. We get to see the Rizzler. That's all I care about.
Yes, bro. It's gonna be great, and obviously, Big Boom AJ. Don't even get me started on QT's diss track, cause get him out of the company, bro. But anyways,
Although he didn't taking him, so he
yeah,
thought he had a chance.
he really did. He really thought he really thought Cody was gonna bring him to the promised land. I'm obviously going with Big Boom AJ.
Please give me Big Boom, dude, and give me the Rizzler, dude.
Yes.
Have him
Yes,
go out
bro.
there, go to business for himself, and I need to
Exactly.
see it.
So the next one, MJF. Yes, this is the match. They actually didn't change it.
This is genuinely the match.
This is actually the match. MJF versus Rod. Oh.
Yeah, why are they doing like, dude? The worst part is I'm more interested in Roddy's side than I am fucking MJF's or Adam Cole's side. I actually liked Roddy's promo on Wednesday. That's insane. I actually liked his promo. Does he have great cadence? No, but I didn't know that shit about his story. That shit's
Oh,
wild.
that is his mom shot his dad.
I did not know that shit. That shit is crazy as
Yeah.
fuck. And I like Roddy. What are you, Why is this the pay-per-view match,
What
dude?
the fuck?
Why didn't you just do the triple threat at that point? Just
Well,
do
well,
the
well,
threat.
well. Here's the thing, man. They got to do the classic MJF, making everyone jump through hoops.
Yeah. I don't.
What a
I'm
fucking
not,
played out concept, dude. How fucking
dude.
lame,
It's like the fifth time they're doing this shit.
dude.
Like, give it the fuck up already, bro.
God,
Please. For the love of God, I don't want to see any of this shit. I don't, dude. I don't want to see MJF versus Adam Cole in the first place. Let alone fucking 5 months of hoops just to get the fucking shit fucking match. I don't care.
yeah. I'm gonna go with MJF.
I'm gonna go with nobody, not even the fans. But at the end of the day, MJF is gonna win it. He's gonna win it, and something's gonna happen, and I don't care. I
Fuck,
don't care.
something's gonna happen. Great
Something
prediction.
happens.
Great.
Something's gonna happen.
Love the analysis.
I
Something is
don't.
going to happen with this match. Um,
Because who fucking cares, dude?
the next match, speaking of, if you didn't care about that one, Chris Statlander versus Mercedes Monet with Camille.
Camille, with her getting beat up in some form during that match, and I
Well,
don't know, dude.
Mercedes might ask Camille to go attack Stat like she did on Wednesday. And Camille, with all the enthusiasm in the world, went in the ring and took care of business.
Dude, just
Wow.
please pull a Pac, Camille. You really didn't want to go in NXT, and this is what you get. You should have went to NXT. For the
Yep.
love of God, you should have went to NXT. Holy shit.
This is an obvious Mercedes win as she continues her reign of terror and her reign of picking up the fattest fucking checks known to man with the most shit creative known to man. So, yeah, I'm going with Monet here.
Definitely. I would just go with the obvious thing, the Tony Khan special.
For the International Championship, Konosuke Takeshita versus the man who is not from here. He is out of this world. Also, the man who is going to prove to all of us that he is going to carry the company. God, fuck. Ricochet.
Carry the company. Holy fuck. Do not put the
Come
company
on,
in this
bro.
man's arms. Your show will be canceled. I'm sorry. Fucking Warner instantly cutting the deal, bro. No more deal.
I disagree, man. He's going to show us all that he's gonna carry the company. he's Come on, bro. You can't make this shit up.
Carry the company. Oh man.
The funniest part too is he's probably gonna lose this match. And yeah, that's gonna. He's probably gonna lose this match. Either that, or Tony Khan is going to willingly go out of his way to fuck over Takeshita again.
Oh yeah, either it's fucking worst case scenario, dude. Either Takeshita loses and it's the worst thing ever, or it's the funniest thing ever, and Takeshita just utterly destroys Ricochet, man. And I genuinely hope to see that, dude. I want that man destroyed, because holy fuck, they ain't building nothing around you, bro. I ain't building a bingo hall around Ricochet. I'm sorry,
He's gonna prove it to all of us, man. You may not believe it
but
now, but he's gonna prove it to us.
he's gonna prove us all why WWE never gave him a microphone or an opportunity.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Takeshita because I want to see Mister fucking company flag bearer here lose. Um,
That's the greatest thing ever, dude.
that's probably gonna be my favorite laugh of the night is Ricochet losing after proclaiming he's gonna carry the company.
He's gonna carry the company, dude. Fucking hey, dude. It's the best thing ever. That's just great. I love that.
Well, after people proclaiming that Private Party is going to freshen up the tag division and add some focus to the tag division. They are in another unfocused AEW tag team match on pay-per-view. It's just another multi-man match to get all the tag teams on the card. Private Party versus Kings of the Black Throne versus the Outrunners versus the Acclaimed. Wow.
Like
What such
you,
focus they added here.
you have the opportunity to do these individual tag teams all separately,
Yeah.
back to back, and no, you just throw them all at once. And it's just to get it over with.
You could
Good
have,
lord.
you could have made, you could have turned the Acclaimed heel. I know they've been, they've been wearing like the darker colors and stuff, and maybe
Mhm.
you want to maybe you turn them heel, man. Maybe that could be something good, for them. Nope. Maybe you do House of Black. Nope. Maybe you do the Outrunners. Well, that I wouldn't do that because that would have been booking
I
yourself
would
into
save
a
them for
corner,
last.
100%.
Yeah.
But do they even want to do that?
Oh,
No. Just throw them all
I would
together.
say you could have even done the Outrunners first, have them lose, and then have them build them their way back up to the world champs. While the world champs do Black and them, Acclaimed, all them. Boom, bang. Too intelligent for Tony Khan.
They could have even fought the GYV.
Yeah. Where's them? Where are they?
Where the
I,
fuck? I mean,
I haven't seen them.
how the hell do you have these guys debut at All In, and we haven't fucking seen a lick of them since?
Look at them, dude. Haven't seen them since. Think we've seen them at like one collision and then one dynamite
They
segment, and then that's it.
they teased a feud with FTR. FTR beat
And
them on
there's
Collision, and that was that. I guess. Nice. I'm obviously going with Private Party here. Yo, what up, Durante?
how you doing, man? What's up, man? But yeah, definitely Private Party. It has to be them. If they finally did all this and they lose their first pay-per-view title defense, I would just give up. I mean, I already have, but
Yeah. Um, Swerve Strickland versus Bobby Lashley. This obviously needs to be a Bobby win, and Swerve got the upper hand on Wednesday, so this is obviously a Bobby win for sure.
oh, 100% obvious. It's his first pay-per-view match. So it should be his first match in AEW, no, but you gave that to Cheeseburger.
Yeah.
So this is his first pay-per-view match, man, and he's gonna win it, man. And I'm very excited but nervous to see what they do with Bobby Lashley in these next few months.
Me too. Me too. All right, man. Kicking it back to 2004 because we're talking about young Randy Orton. Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher versus Will Ospreay. Why do
Well,
I have a really fucking bad feeling Will's gonna put him over?
he is. I think he is, dude. He's gonna get his 5 minutes of fame. He's gonna be put over. We're gonna see him for 3 dynamites in a row, and then we're never gonna see Kyle Fletcher again, man.
Yep.
So let's just get it over with. Let's get his 5 minutes of fame done, and by January, we never have to see this guy in a singles role again because they just won't put him on TV, man. So I genuinely, I think you're right. I think Will Ospreay's gonna put him over because he's just that guy, and yeah, fun.
Forget about being a young Randy Orton. Forget about being a young Will Ospreay. This guy seems like a young Konosuke Takeshita to me. Remember when
Mhm.
Konosuke Takeshita beat Kenny Omega and then he fucking went on to do absolutely nothing? That's exactly what I think is going to happen here.
He was. Oh,
Yep, I'm going to go with Kyle Fletcher. And I want to give a long distance prediction too to this. I think he's going to beat Will Ospreay, and I think he's going to proceed to go on to do nothing.
mm-hmm. He's gonna go on. He'll be on like 3 dynamites, and we'll never see the guy again, man. So that's exactly what's gonna happen. Ugh.
Fucking Randy Orton.
Randy Orton. Sorry, dude. I'm sorry, I can't help, bro. Randy Orton. Holy fuck! What a fucking what an airball. Holy shit.
Well, speaking of people with easy work schedules, Jack Perry. he gets to show up every week and get fucking sunned by Daniel Garcia. Did you see what
Yeah,
they did? I don't know if it was on Collision or Dynamite.
it was
Daniel
Dynamite.
Garcia fucking tied him to the hood of his bus and drove away
So,
with him.
yep, that part was on Collision, and then on Dynamite, we saw where they took him. They took him to a barn, and we're like,
Barn.
"Yeah, you didn't see it? You didn't see it on Dynamite?
I must have missed it,
Oh, you
bro.
might have fell asleep. That's probably when right after you fell asleep, dude. So he took him to a barn, had him tied up in a chair in the barn, and Daniel Garcia and Daddy Magic were like torturing him. And Daniel Garcia was gonna like hit him with like a hammer or something, but he couldn't do it and just left.
What? They took him to a barn.
So he was gonna hit him with like a bat or like a hammer or something, and he was
Oh.
gonna get hit Jack Perry, and then he ran and just started hitting Jack Perry's bus instead, and then left.
Well, this goes one of two ways. Either way, it ends with Garcia being finessed
Yep,
because he loses and Tony Khan gives him nothing for resigning, or he wins and this is his consolation prize for resigning and he gets to have a nothing TNT title reign. And I honestly think with how much he's sunning Jack Perry, I think Perry might win.
I think Perry's gonna win. I have a feeling that I feel like the feud might continue
Yeah.
and Garcia might eventually win, but at least for this first match, I do think Daniel Garcia's losing.
Either 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 that or Garcia wins because Tony Khan is now mega
Here's your
upset
gift.
because this is
Hmm.
his 1 year anniversary of losing CM Punk. So he
That is true.
he's upset at Jack Perry again. And in the main event, the match that was booked for nobody except for Tony Khan, an AEW original that he's made look like a fool. Orange Cassidy is challenging Jon Moxley and stopping Jon Moxley from taking over the company, may I add. He's stopping
Mm,
Mox from taking over the company with his gimmick kicks, you know, for the AEW championship. Man, in the beginning of this, I said, if we get a rogue Orange Cassidy, and a different take on Orange Cassidy, I'm going to give this a chance. And we have got none of that. We have
no,
got
he
none of
changed.
that. He's
He,
he's not different at all.
no, he changed the color of the denim he wears
Yep.
and called it a fucking day, man.
He
And
has
he does a little more on the mic. That's
yep.
it.
He has a
That's all.
black Orange Cassidy shirt and he has black denim. And
That's it.
that's how he's
Br-
gonna save the company. With black
That's how.
fucking denim.
That's that's the saving grace of his company. Some black denim. Good fucking god, man. Mox, please just destroy this man and move on. And holy fuck, just uh, put people that are legit in front of Mox after this man, please, for the love of God.
Yeah, Moxley is obviously winning here. I would have had this be the return of Darby Allin to save AEW, but he is already doing a great job at letting us know that nobody can fucking save AEW except for CM Punk because there's nothing there's nothing they're booking Darby Allin to do that is giving me the vibe that he's going to save the company. But I would have had Darby returning here to save the company, but he's already too busy getting Cesaro fucking swung into garage doors and thrown through announce tables upon return, and thrown through the announce table and other tables, and just getting his ass handed to him by the Death Riders every fucking week. So,
Literally,
congratulations, Tony Khan. You failed Sting, even though you already did Sting good. Nice job at nice job at fumbling the Sting story, even though you already succeeded the first try. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I'm going Moxley here.
it's an obvious fucking Mox win.
Yep. And with that, that is about everything, man. And we will be live on here tomorrow night
Yeet.
with your AEW Full Gear review. But after that, our next show will not be unscripted because we will be bringing to you guys on Sunday, November the 24th, this Sunday, at 7 p.m. Central, me and Sir K will be bringing back the return of Notorious Heels Gaming with some Call of Duty Black Ops 6. We're going to be doing some multiplayer, 7 p.m. Central, man. Hop in the chat, man. We're going to be chatting. We're going to be chatting about anything, bro. Wrestling, music, life, whatever the hell, food, whatever you guys want to talk about, man. We'll be here. We'll be playing some Call of Duty, video games, whatever it may be. We will be hopping on here for another edition and the return, since AEW Fight Forever put us out of commission, with the return of Notorious Heels Gaming, man. And it's something I'm excited about. And I'm excited for NHP to bring you guys the return of Notorious Heels Gaming, man. So, yes, I'm excited about it. Obviously, if you guys are asking about the colors, if you guys want some backstory, it's the retro PlayStation colors. So, decided to go with that colorway. And yeah, man. So that is that, man. So we will have the return of NHP Gaming this Sunday, November the 24th, for some Call of Duty Black Ops multiplayer. We'll be hopping on there, playing some games, and doing our thing, bro. So I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to share it with you guys, man. And yeah, that is that. So with that, that is gonna do it for this edition of the Notorious Heels podcast. Another great edition of the Newsman. This has been episode 241. And thank you guys, as always. It has been always a pleasure for my Johnny.
And I, Sir K.
And that is gonna do it for this edition of NHP. This has been episode 241. Thank you guys so very much for joining us. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys to everybody who came out, man. Durante, Logan, Bell, thank you guys. Arun, thank you for joining us. And always shout out to my guys, the part of the Replay Mafia. Thank you guys so much for joining us here today. For episode 241. Thank you guys very much. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you all tomorrow night with the AEW Full Gear official show post-show review.
Peace.